Hello, everybody. Before we even get to going, I'm going to say hi to Blue. Yes, I am. And I'm going to say hi to Sheriff Consent. And then we are going to run the intro by Sticky, after which we will be switching over to I Built My Own Empire, which is live, and it's live right now. But we're going to go ahead and let him get that 10-minute or so head start that I really like to have. I'm not a slave to his frequent pauses. I'll say this before I start the intro. Have you seen him today? He just washed his hair. He looks like a wet rat. He's wearing a very bright red shirt with collars, as we used to say back in the day, so big you can land a plane on them. The shirt is once again completely out of the 1970s. It's hilarious in its own right. We're going to check it out. We're just letting him get his head start in there. And Logie Berra is here too. Hello. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce Red Screen. That's what it's time for. Now it's time for the introduction by Sticky, but not before the disclaimer. Let me hit the magic button right here. Wow, that worked.
This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research.
Hey, we're going to have quite a party again this afternoon. The Chronic All Day is here, and please welcome Fallout 354. Good evening, gentlemen, or good afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you are.
Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Yep, that's exactly how it works, everyone.
In a world where a regarded locale believes he is a radio host, the people need a real radio host and real radio program to listen to, making fun of a regarded locale who thinks he's Batman. Even Joker knows there can only be one real radio host.
You're goddamn right. Please welcome Barkada Bracken to the show. I don't know much about Breaking Bad, but I know that line.
And that host is... Richbartone.
He's not a real radio host. I am. I have the best radio program in the world. Christina, it's Richbartone's birthday. Text me back right away. It's been 30 seconds. I'm going down the elevator in the cave that we bought with your settlement money.
Which is up to $50 million. I still can't get my head wrapped around how it went from $6.87 million to $50 million. And he probably never even asked Christina how that was possible. You know he didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, John Cole is here rocking in 2x2 today, as I like to say from time to time. It's Mimi Loves. She's always right. She's very wise. Hit the like button, everybody.
Christina, I know you're in the cage, but you could still contact me back. The trolls are going to be congregating at Richbartone's show. We can't have this. My beautiful team in Batman mask looks amazing. Symbol looks like a mustache. Christina, the trolls are over at Richbartone's laughing at me. What am I going to do, honey? I'm afraid of heights. Should I jump? I don't know if my wings are going to work.
Christina emails back.
Joey, Richbartone's way cooler than you. Go ahead, jump. Your wings will work. I just farted. I think a bat bit me on the neck.
We can only hope, ladies and gentlemen, coming to us from the United Kingdom, it's Kelchu Bordnor. And here lately, when he arrives, he tells us what time it is over there. And I appreciate that myself. I really do. 8:15 p.m. in the United Kingdom. Greetings right back to you, Kelchu. I hope you got some black currant around. We'll be doing Smoke 'em If You Got 'em within the next 15 minutes for absolute certain. And ladies and gentlemen, it's halfwit too.
Damn it, Christina. Text back, please. Fucking Richbartone over there making fun of me again. Bullying me. Come on, panel, and defend me, bitch. I need help. Why aren't you people donating? Like I said. I don't want to be a locale. My Batman mask is all sweaty and stinky.
Sticky 6 of Troll Team 6 presents Richbartone's Negative 43 TV.
Indeed it is. Hello again, Sneedville. I am Richbartone, and Negative 43 TV is live for this Wednesday. Indeed, May 28th, 2025, and we are getting ready to go kind of sort of live with him. We're going to be watching Tyree Sneed on a delay of about 10 minutes or so. This one's going to be called I Built My Own Empire. Right there it is on the screen. So as I always like to say, for reasons maybe someday I'll understand, let me put this into useless full screen. For that matter, let me put something up in the corner. Not Smoke 'em If You Got 'em. Not yet, kids. I'm as anxious for it as you are. There you are watching Negative 43 TV, and I think that'll be enough here for a second. Need to get a Chiron going. Of course, I have a Chiron going, so I believe we're actually at long last ready to hit the candy-colored button, and we are. So let's go. He'll cam up any second now, I promise you. Oh, shit. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, we'll go with this. Good Lord in heaven. It looks like he's dunked his head in a bucket of water. Perhaps he just got his swirly at the toilet back at the park. One doesn't know, but it's been suggested very early on here in the show that he is dressed up to go look for a job because mommy fucking told him to. Indeed, that appears to be what is going on. Now, I talked about the shirt earlier. While we're stopped here, look around that little line there that YouTube just leaves up there and look at the collar of this shirt, will you? If it's not late 70s, I will bet you dollars to donuts. That's an old saying for you, that this is from the early 80s. At the youngest, I believe. It's going to be pathetic, I think. Populist Uprising is here on this Wednesday afternoon.
Don't worry, I'm still going through it physically, but I'm immortal. Invincible and immortal.
Acknowledged, Kelchu. Proceed.
Anyway, what's up, people? How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing swell today. Hope you're having a swell day there, pal. How are all of you doing?
I'm hearing Elvis's intro in the back of my mind.
All right, so number one, I
Well, that's all right, hobo. That's all right, you.
won't be letting y'all talk anymore on here whatsoever. It's ridiculous. You get no voice. You know, you want to try to take advantage. You don't want to be, you know, act like grown adults that you all are. I mean, got the entire world against me. I mean,
Yes,
and
you
that's
do.
really not the truth. That's how they want you to feel. But I mean, none of you do anything. None of you help.
Yeah, if it's not late 70s, it's early 80s at the youngest. That's got to be solidly late 70s. Late 70s, things were calming down as far as the colors went. We were still into our patterns, but everything was finally starting to mute down palette wise after almost 7 or 8 years of clothes that none of us who wore them want to admit that we did.
None of you donate. None of you are positive.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's DZ1119. It is so good to see you, put you out of your misery, not feeling good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I hate to hear that. And I was going to ask you what's halfway between where I am and where you are. I was thinking maybe Ashland, Portsmouth, somewhere in there.
Everybody's just kind of, being willy-nilly with their head in the clouds and
being willy-nilly with their head in the clouds. Willy-nilly. I haven't even said that in God, I don't even know. CIA hole is here right now.
not really making any sense. Like I said.
Oh, hell, 3 dentist appointments this week.
All of you are too self-absorbed, man. Feel me? You ain't paying attention to detail and paying attention to what really matters.
Yeah, there could be a problem. It appears that the bird drones may be becoming sentient. That wouldn't be good.
Right? And the whole point of why I'm doing all this. You understand? Like I said, this is Tyree Sneed. I am the one and only Batman. Like I said, I have all the power, man. It's quite.
Yeah, I recalled that maybe you said you weren't all that far away from Huntington, which is real close to Catlettsburg and all that.
Funny. Released 2 short videos today already. Just had me a little coffee. Like, chilling, man. But, like I said, this is my job. I'm a public speaker. And I'm going to continue to do my job and be very good at it. And continue to be myself, and everything goes unspoken. Everybody knows what it is.
Everything goes unspoken? Really? Why are you on here lately about 4 to 5 hours a day? Curious minds want to know.
Real gangsta in the building. You already know what I'm about. You already know what it is. Like I said, run the streets for real. Everybody else just talks and run their mouth. And you can see that it's real with me.
That sounds great, DZ. I love that drive. I love that drive. I've made it many, many times to go see my brother in Pikeville back in the day, or should I say Pikeville, because that's how it's pronounced if you're from there. It's not Pikeville, it's Pikeville.
Me, because it ain't nothing but action over here.
Yeah.
Nothing but action and truth.
Yeah, I'm really starting to get Flying Nun vibes here.
Truth and reality. Like I said, I got dealt the worst cards possible.
Horseshit. You got dealt the best cards possible, except when it comes to your mind. Okay, every now and again, I feel like I need to remind everybody, as far as his mental illnesses, he's blameless. I know it's hard to hear. The person to blame would be partly his dad, mostly his mom. His mom was and is legitimately insane. The difference between them is she had that moment of clarity that she needed to realize that she needed help. Ladies and gentlemen, RTS is here, Tyree Sneedville, and here's a read it for the listeners, laughing my fucking ass off. He looks hilarious. He really does.
And continue to take the worst hand and turn it into a winning hand. You understand? You people are funny, man.
You let me know and we will do that.
All of you. Look at my beautiful locks.
Yeah.
Goldilocks.
That's a good idea, Halfwit. Use a bungee cord for a string tie.
That'll be funny as hell, man. Running your mouth. Like I said, at least I'm not Rob Wack. Rob Wack. That boy got to live in a roach motel forever.
He's doing better than you are in that case. There's more dignity to living by yourself in a roach motel as opposed to living with your mommy on a private golf course. You ain't street, yo.
Can never build a future. That's y'all. All of them. They ain't never gonna ever build a future. No, can't make no money. Can't do nothing. Won't get a job because they're all lazy, so they all online, just like the so-called women, right?
Now, if he had that shit in 75 or 76, he's going the fuck on. But 76 was, God, I don't even want to think about how long ago it was. Kelchu, I believe this one may actually be a shirt because of just the overwhelming size of the collar. But hey, what do I know? But that would be my guess that this is actually a man's shirt.
Begging, like I said, all of the so-called women try to sell content because they're pathetic. Get a job. Straight up. Get a job, son. Damn.
Here's a read it for the listeners. DZ using logic. That's probably a shirt his dad wore in 1983 and it's still hanging in his mom's closet. You know, because she's crazy. I believe you have had it nailed. And if that is his dad's shirt, it is in fact far too large for him. Perfect.
Yeah, son, where'd you find this?
And it is, yes. Yes, it's a legitimate question, CIA hole. It really was.
Oh, it's hilarious. All of you. Look at you.
I'm not going to bullshit you. Sansa slacks were comfortable as hell. They were great to play golf in.
Look at you. Oh, it's too much. Oh, for real. That's why I love doing my shows like this. See, I can be as loud as I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Red Pill. Say hi.
If I really wanted. I don't really feel like being that loud, but for real. I just do what I want.
Oh, absolutely. I remember Sansa slacks. I had a pair that I wore a lot in high school golf. It was against the rules to wear shorts, and I don't believe anybody would have back then because emulating the pros and everything. And they were white and blue. Yeah, it was something else.
That's why I do walkie-talkie streams.
But that's all right, CIA hole. We were young when it was worth it.
Walkie-talkie, jive talking. All y'all do is jive talk. What's up with Tazo over there? Is he still telling
Without a doubt, the black wife beater is happening.
himself all these lies? They tell himself lies to make themselves feel better. It is hilarious. Oh goodness. These people are it's hilarious.
Z Cavarici, that sounds like some company that made shoes, knowing how you are about shoes and all.
Honestly, absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I told you, they're all the same. They're all on the same thing.
Negative 43 TV, I'm Richbartone, and right now it seems that we're talking about 70s fashion, and it seems to be inspired by the obviously 70s shirt that Tywee is wearing for his enforced job interview.
Slow. All right. That's getting old. That's about the second one.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about?
Z Cavarici was jeans. Okay, I got you. That's why I wouldn't know, because I don't give a shit. I don't care what name's on my ass. I never bit on that particular hook. I still don't bite on that hook. $10 jeans, I'll take them.
Like, bro, they need a new driving school down here, like ASAP, bro. Like, real talk. Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You don't have a license, which I guess is okay. I suppose he can criticize drivers without having a license. I mean, after all, we criticize people that play sports all the time, and it's all right because we're fans. So there's that.
These people do not know how to drive. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to do anything. They try to act like they slow. Like I said, it's all intentional. They all some cowards. All of them. All y'all the same, bro. Don't care about you.
I like that CIA host. He's being casted. Starsky and Sneed, a Quinn Martin production.
That's the thing, man. Like, especially in the valley, like the minute I get going, I go out in the world, they start these weird antics.
Weird antics.
Y'all like the Matrix.
Say it with me, everybody. Antics. Now, the only thing that I care about relative to clothing is that it fits, especially since I've lost so much weight, which has turned most of my closet into nothing more than workout clothes. Super big workout clothes, they're fucking great. But right now I have 3 pairs of shirts that fit me and 2 pairs of shorts that fit me. It's great, and yet it's a problem all at the same time. I'll get it together.
It's silly, funny. Like, dude, it's just knowing how to act. It's knowing how to drive. It's just knowing basic normalcy. If you're driving, you should probably look.
Oh, damn. Your back hurts so much you can't wear jeans. I've heard of that. That would suck.
At what's in front of you, right? I mean, might be kind of important, right? But
okay, DZ, you'll be with us for another 15 minutes. My next question for you, good sir, would be, have they done a root canal? Have they given you anything good like Vicodin? I really enjoy Vicodin, but anymore with my arthritis, I had Vicodin about, last time was probably 3 years ago. And it was a real disappointment because I didn't get that nice, gentle, floaty little buzz that you tend to get off of things like that. My back just didn't hurt as much, which is even better than getting high, but still.
yeah, like I said, people are just hilarious. Me, I do what I'm supposed to do all day, every day. I'm a grown man. I do what I want to do.
Pairs of shirts.
It's that simple, man. It just is what it is. Like I said, no, I'm a live wire from Austin, Texas. Like I said,
Go for some Zubaz. I went for Zubaz back in the 80s, and I went in hard. That's virtually what I wore to work every single day. I was driving what was called the mule. It was a tow tractor between a plant and a warehouse. I could wear whatever I wanted, and I was way overweight. It didn't give a shit, wasn't trying to impress anybody, and you could take one look at me at that time and say, he's definitely not trying to impress anybody. Please welcome Joe Packer II.
when I was in Austin, man, everybody was scared of me.
Root
Nobody
canals.
was approaching me.
One time, years and years and years ago, I actually scheduled a root canal for New Year's Eve. I actually did that and got off work early to go to the appointment. I went in to talk to Ann. That was her real name. She was the head secretary. She basically ran the place. I'm leaving for my appointment now. And she says, you're getting a root canal on New Year's Eve? I said, yeah, they're going to give me a bottle of Vicodin. Of course I am.
Like I said, when I was doing bar security, nobody came to see me. Nobody came to tell me anything. Nobody came to talk.
Yeah.
Nothing. All these people are fake. They have nothing for me, and they're convenient.
Yeah.
And it's just all admiration. That's what that is.
Yep, and jeans traditionally don't have much give at all. Have you tried these stretch jeans? Those are actually comfortable. It's kind of weird. I mean, jeans are comfortable too, but how many washings does it take? 3 or 4? It does for me.
All of it. It's all been admiration since day one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, your history, yes, you're absolutely correct.
Right. Like I said, I don't care about any of y'all.
You're right.
I don't care what you have to say.
You're right. With your background, yeah, that would be a no-goer.
I don't care what you do. Like I said, y'all don't do anything right. Everything you do makes no sense. Everything you do is illegal.
And stuff like that will do that to anybody. That's why it was way back in the day, talking 30 years ago. It was an occasional thing. I might back then take a couple of Vicodin 4 or 5 times a year, and it remained a treat. And one crucial thing I never did, I never said, I love this shit. Never say that about a substance. The second that you do, it owns you. Trust me, I love pot.
Illegal. Like, just learn how to act, man. We're going to keep the cameras rolling for everything. I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm not always wrong. You're always wrong. I'm never wrong. Everything I've ever said, I stand on, and it's a fact. All my actions, I'm extreme.
Is that a drone? It's a drone. Oh my God, there it is. Look. Tyree, I want you to see this. Okay, everybody. Everybody that can screenshot right now, screenshot. That is a fucking drone. It is an order of action drone, of course. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's the click of the camera eye. Good Lord in heaven, it's a drone. Oh, I am so glad I'm here right now.
I'm not always wrong. You're always wrong. I'm never wrong. Everything I've ever said, I stand on, and it's a fact. All my actions, I'm extremely proud of myself for standing up to myself against all of you. Like I said,
I like the Misfits. I do. I was never a Stone fan, but yeah, Misfits are cool.
Created this public platform. Didn't nobody grant me a voice or give me the key. God gave me the key. But I built this platform by myself. I gave myself my own voice.
Yeah, you need to double check the perimeter settings on that. That's obviously directly overhead, and we need that at least 50 yards. Please check that.
Earned my own voice and my seat at the table and gave myself power. Feel me? Power nobody could ever take from me. And that's why these people are...
Is there new stuff? Please say hello to Best in Show. Oh my goodness gracious mercy me. Let me slide back here just a little bit because it's recent enough. We've had a drone sighting. One of our drones got a little bit too far inside, and let's see, that should be it. Yep, see that right there? That's an order of action drone, Tywee. We got a bunch of pictures of that now from several different people, and I imagine it's going to be showing up in your email today. It certainly ought to. Yeah, big time happening there.
I'm not always wrong. You're always wrong. I'm never wrong. Everything I've ever said, I stand on, and it's a fact. All my actions, I'm extremely proud of myself for standing up to myself against all of you. Like I said, I created this public platform. Didn't nobody...
Yeah, we got away with that one there, Kelchu, because it was directly over his head. If he had seen that, he'd eat a shit.
Grant me a voice or give me the key. God gave me the key. But I built this platform by myself. I gave myself my own voice and earned my own voice.
We do have cloaking for some drones, not for the entire fleet at this time. That's a drone that we've had 3 years.
Seat at the table and gave myself power. Feel me? Power nobody could ever take.
Huge happening. Once again, Tywee, one of our drones got into your picture. It's true.
That's why.
Clip it, everybody.
These people are so worried. You're worried about every little word that I say. All of it. It is quite funny. You know, there's a big difference between people who have zero power and people who actually have real power. And I've had real power my entire life.
Okay, let's get the grift out of the way early. There's your super chat plug right down there, bottom of your screen in the Chiron. I believe we made it here at Negative 43 TV yesterday. I'm not going to confirm it as official because, as I said in the description, I'm not really good at guessing along with taxes, but I don't think anybody really is, so I do believe we made it. But Hey, let's finish the month strong here on Negative 43 TV. Thank you.
I don't try to sugarcoat things. I don't try to make things look like something they're not. Like I said, I'm the real deal, bro. So what would that make all of you? I told Christina I'm live. She may be resting. She's okay. I want her to rest.
Oh dear Lord, Kelchu, that thing had a dive bombing code in it. That's got at least 4 propellers. Probably would have given him a haircut free of charge.
Or she may be busy. Christina, you're doing an amazing job. You're amazing all around, and you're just doing a great job. So please know that. I'm proud of you. And like I said, I'm always here for you. But we're talking. She keeps me updated on how things are going and what's happening next. So she's just doing an amazing job.
Oh my God. I had a year like that. What was it? 10 or 12, pardon me, 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah, this well post my heart attack. 1 year, I had 28 doctor's appointments. 28 of them. I had 2 cancer scares in the same year. I had a testicular cancer scare, which turned out to be a hydrocele, and I had a leukemia scare because I had a lot of bruises, working man and whatnot. And when you're on the medications I'm on, you bruise very easily. But my doctor thought it was excessive, and he wanted to do blood tests. He didn't say why he didn't need to. So yeah, any year where you have 2 false cancer scares is never, ever going to be a good year.
And I think it's going to be right around the corner.
But that's not what we're concerned with right now. I just wish for this to end for you, DZ.
We figure out everything going on.
What I'm saying is it's not about me, it's about you. And I want it to end for you.
A little bit more. You know what I mean? And it's going to help us tremendously because this is all life changing. You know, you're going from nothing to something, nothing to everything. What it told me too, and all the reading.
No. Everybody here knows you went from everything to nothing, and that's part of what makes you so intriguing. Negative 43 TV, 43 minutes after the hour. Slow down, Rich. You don't have to talk so quickly. But you know what I just noticed? I'm looking at the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and there's the station logo. Something is simply not right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Pit Boss, and that means it is time for Smoke 'em If You Got 'em. And the silence also reminds me of something extremely basic that I just, for some reason, cannot get into the habit of. What's that? Background music. You can barely hear it, and that's perfect. After all, we don't want total silence ever here on Negative 43 TV.
And then I get...
Although we had it yesterday 3 times. I had a really bad day with the mute game, and you had a great day with the mute game, everybody.
To look at all y'all and laugh and say, I told you so, and I'll have proven, right? I'll have proven that.
Well, come back soon, DZ. We'll probably still be here. We'll be here for another hour and a half.
Everything I ever said was a fact, but we already know it is. It's nothing for me to prove. It's already proven, right? But what it said in the readings, it's been saying it for a while now. Oh my God, turn that off.
No, I'm not turning it off. Eat a dick. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Computer Shop is here right now, as well as Lady Nightmare. Do the Sneed Build thing and warmly welcome both of them. And by the way, watch all the Jim Cornette that you can.
Corny.
What's corny, douchebag? Your shirt? Those lopsided sunglasses? Holy shit,
I
fuck.
don't care about none of them. Care how you feel. But imagine driving around listening to that nonsense. Loud as hell.
Well, don't be worried, Joe Pack. Be happy. He's going to be fine.
What's the point of that? What's that going to do for you? What is that going to gain you? Yeah, I'm talking. And what? Huh? All of them are pathetic.
Orza1 is here. I've got to read this for the listeners. And he says, literally listening to this through my motorcycle helmet Bluetooth. Radio fantasy comes alive yet again. Thank you.
They're all
Welcome.
the same. Like I said, they literally, over here, they create opportunities only for their own, right? All day long. They're not
Oh, doc shopping. Oh, okay.
just opportunities. It's corny stuff. And it's
Oh,
literally like
okay. All
wage
right.
slaves.
You mean Dr. Computer Shop and Shoppy? Okay, doc shopping. Well, that's like, well, shit. Somebody's looking for the good stuff. Funny you should mention that, though, since after all, Tyree is quasi dressed like Elvis Presley on this afternoon, and God knows Elvis Presley did more than a little bit of doc shopping. You like how I patched that mistake up? That was cool.
Stuff even worse than that. But they make sure they get money in their own pocket. See, I don't need your money. I don't need your little trinkets. I don't need your fake trophies. I don't need your fake validation.
You need donations. And you have said on multiple occasions that it is people's jobs to give you money. Yes, indeed. That's why they go to work, is to give money to you. You need, and you refuse to get it on your own because at this point, frankly, you can't. You're unemployable. If you go somewhere else and fight the good fight with yourself and try to act like a normal person and get your teeth fixed and bathe regularly, you might get a job.
I don't need your fake little money.
You need
I do it on
everything.
my own and make it on my own. Feel me? Y'all is funny. But yeah, we building this next check. Hey, there's the Greyhound bus.
I do consider myself warmly welcome. Please say hi to Like I said, man.
We building up this next check, getting everything moving. Sounds like and seems like I could potentially actually be back a little bit where I need to be. Like, it might actually get pretty positive here pretty soon.
Nope.
You know, hopefully everything comes through and works itself out. God told me it'll all work out. But definitely need it right now. Because all of you people, you don't even know how to think. If it was up to y'all.
And for those of you who are on Discord, we have a picture posted. Yes, we certainly do. We have a picture posted of the drone, which is the big happening here today.
Get nothing done.
Big, huge.
And they just don't understand the concept of survival, literally. None of them. It's like they just sit there and try to make things impossible like it's their job. And all these people don't realize, no, you're all out of your mind and you make no sense. And it's not even about putting up with it no more. I never did. But I'm not going to be like mad every day because all y'all are slow.
You're mad every day, mostly because you're slow. You're mad every day because of your emotional immaturity. Every single fucking day, dude.
So I'm going to just try to do the best I can and do whatever I have to do to make money and survive. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuses. There's nothing, no more, because, I mean, you've told everyone what it is, and they just have no concept of reality. None of you care. None of you seem to realize. Trying to be really diplomatic, man. I always go about things the right way.
When you fucked up everything you touch. You fucked up your own thoughts. Or rather, your own thoughts fuck up you, something like that. I don't know. It gets so confusing after a while. He does, in fact, have one in the chamber and ready to go. It's going to be called Tyree Sneed is the most successful CEO and proves he builds million-dollar businesses easily. So should this go live, we'll run some of it, but I'm more inclined to go ahead and finish what we're doing now. He also put one up, got ready to do one at this time yesterday, and never did it. So we'll see what happens.
And y'all just continue to make things difficult when there's no reason for it. Y'all could just move and get out the way and quit sabotaging. You understand? But like I said, we're not going to entertain or put up with nothing. We run the streets. We keep on doing my job. And that's it. Feel me? But like I said, this for me is to get me ready for the future. A beautiful future with a lot of money. And I got to be Batman, so I still got to be hungry.
Your future is a desolate future with no legs from the knee down.
You know, I got to be hungry. I got to be in amazing shape, which I am.
Bullshit. We went over your musculature yesterday. Boy, that's kind of difficult to say. And I described your right shoulder as looking like a stringy pot roast, a description I will stand by. Your muscle development is all fucked up.
That's why I never stopped training. I'm
You're
not
doing it
going
wrong.
to lose this hunger. That's what people don't understand. Like, I can do things pretty cheap, man. Pretty much everything. So it's going to be like, now it's like I'm grateful for every little penny I get. So it's like, I don't know. It's going to be one hell of a Batman running around, man. I'll tell you that. Because I do things the poor man's way.
Going to be a lot of Batman running around because I do things the poor man's way. Okay. You could say that you do things the poor man's way, but you don't know how to do anything. For Christ's sake, you were depending on Lucius to inflate your fucking bicycle tires. You can't patch a back tire. You can't patch the front tire either, for that matter.
So,
fuck me.
When we going to have all this money and funding, I mean, I'm still not even going to have to spend much to do what I need to do, you know, but I'm also not going to be afraid to spend a little bit because we're going to have to put some money into these concepts for Batman to make sure everything is top notch and done right, of course. But that's all. You know, we just want things to be right. But we're going to have a surplus of resources.
Yeah, we definitely want you to feel as good as you possibly can, Joe Pack. That's the truth.
I think excess money, tons of money. That's what I think. I think a lot of stuff is going to be paid for. And like I said, we ain't no Masons over here.
Sheriff Gonson is on his way to the DMV. I will be on my way to the DMV on Friday afternoon. Gotta wait for Mrs. Baritone to come home from work. And yep, I'm ready to spend that hour and a half that I will absolutely positively never get back. Waiting to get my license renewed and get that sticker. Gotta have that sticker.
All y'all sold your soul. Like I said, all y'all came out of nowhere. That's your thing. You're you and I'm me. Right? Keep that over there. You worried about y'all's Mason nonsense?
You need to worry about the Mason nonsense because they are going to be the on-the-ground monitors next week right there in Brownsville. Right now, the honks are coming from red triangles. Starting at Monday at about 10 in the morning, it will be time for the Freemasons to keep an eye on you for a week. And ladies and gentlemen, say hi to Vladimir Putin. I'm sure many of you already have. I got slightly comment bombed, so I'm about a minute behind at least. No, I'm sorry, I'm 5 minutes behind. Holy shit, fuck Batman.
Can you imagine these people sit online all day with nothing to do?
Gonna do this quick.
Like, I'm sorry, what? You think you're showing me something? You're not showing me anything. Like I said, just quit repeating.
Don't be sorry for being late. I'm 5 minutes behind on the comments my own self.
But now I'm not hearing it at
Wow.
all. I'm not
It's a
letting
good
y'all
problem,
talk to me at
kids.
all on here. It's not even worth trying to get a $1,000 bonus because they just continue to be super petty, right? And commit crimes instead of doing what the platform is for.
Petty means irrelevant. He often uses it as a substitute for jealous. Yeah, he doesn't know what it means.
So, like I said, obviously it's very important to you, right? You don't want me to have an open chat. You don't want me to make money. Well, I'm gonna make money regardless.
Yeah, that is true. If he closes his chat, he can't get any super chats. And apparently he's been getting some super chats. Some have been sneaking through the net. You know, we usually try to divert everything, but there are a couple of real losers out there right now that are actually donating to him. He says right now that he's up to about $70. And I believe him because for some reason he lied about it once, but generally when it comes to things like that, he tells the truth, even though it puts an absolute lie to every claim he makes.
Like, I make my own money. I don't need nobody on this network to make money. That's where y'all are wrong. Talk about without interaction. I don't need interaction. The interaction is every day. What are you talking about? We interact.
I don't need interaction. The interaction is every day. Are you interacting or are you isolated like you said several times last week? I'm going with the isolation myself because you're just a repellent person.
Interact with people. We interact with the show, right? And the way you all interact as the audience is you donate to that Cash App in your bottom left-hand corner. Oh, you can talk, but you better be following the law and talking correctly. It shouldn't be this ridiculous to the point that they can't even speak without breaking the law.
I mean, it would take a concerted effort generally for me or anybody else here to say something that would be breaking the law. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen at all. It's just that you're an absolute pussy that cannot tolerate anybody telling you that you're absolutely daft.
Doesn't make sense. And like I said, it would have never gotten out of hand like that if people had just done their job. But like I said, the system is not broken. It's designed against people like me.
Okay, Joe Pack, don't put that cart ahead of the horse, dude. We're all with you. You're going to have all kinds of prayers with you. Just, yeah, I know it's a tough situation, but we're with you all the way.
And I could care less. The system can't tell me nothing. It doesn't make me.
Hey,
I do what I want to do.
it is Sticky TT6, one of the big stars of Negative 43 TV, and he's here right now.
You know, it's all of them, man. They're all the same. It's all wage slaves, and I'm going to talk about you every day right in front of your face, and you're not going to do anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it because it's the truth.
We haven't seen him here in a little bit. He's a good friend of Negative 43 TV. He is occasionally a buddy troll, but he's got both feet on the ground. Please welcome Platty.
See, that's what they do. They try to pretend like, I'm sorry, but who are you? Sorry, but what? Like, listen, I'm Batman for a reason, bro.
You're Batman for a reason because you're absolutely out of your fucking mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kenny B. He's live right here in the Negative 43 TV studios, where it's 59 minutes after the hour, 24 minutes after the hour, if you're in Labrador and Newfoundland.
And I stand up to corruption for a living. I'm always do what I do. This is literally what I do. So, like, people doing illegal stuff and getting out of hand and getting out of line, like, please do be my guest, because the more crimes you commit, the easier you're making my job. The more I can document everything you're doing, because my job is just personal to me, which is to document everything, right? For this federal lawsuit. No, I'm not powerless. I'm not defenseless. I'm smart. I have all the power.
Sticky calls you a fat sack that can't read? Really?
I don't even need to take none of y'all to court, because all of y'all are already getting your karma every day. I'm watching it. Like I said, that's between you and God. That has nothing to do with me.
I'd wish he'd cam up right now because he just looks so fucking stupid, and we're not getting enough of that stupidity. It's good for you.
So yeah, like I said, we won't be letting anybody talk to us anymore. Not in person, not on here. You try to talk to me, I'm gonna tell you keep it shaking. Oh, I promise you, I care less who you are.
Yeah, he definitely looks like an absolute clown. Like, he's got the Elvis Presley shirt on and the Uncle Duke glasses from Doonesbury on. He looks like a total dupe.
We have no more words for the public. All you are peasants, stay in your place. Real talk. That's what I'm going to tell everybody. Watch. Yeah, been doing that.
Shit.
See, that's the thing. These people, they want to hide and keep running their mouth and saying things are happening that aren't and that things are being said. Nah, I let everybody know reality a long time ago, brother. A million times. Everybody knows what it is. Once reality gets said once, that's all it takes. You're not accomplishing anything, bro. I don't understand why anybody would run their mouth when there's nothing going on and you're just sitting there worried about little old me. Like, find something to do, man. Feel me? I'm not here for your nonsense. Like I said, anybody has something to say to me, where's it at? I'm out here every day. Nobody says anything to me. Like, what? Bro, I don't.
Now, Sticky, don't let that go to your head. After all, Negative 43 TV is about everybody. It's about fun at the end of the day, except for Tyree Sneed. No fun for him at all, I'm sure.
Care about none of y'all at all. I care less about you. I care less how you feel. Care less what you do.
You're right. Joe Peck, you're absolutely right. Even his hair is somewhat 70s because he's getting the flip thing going.
Care less that all y'all do is waste your time every day, right? Like I said, we don't tolerate nothing. We're not tolerating gang stalking. We're not tolerating people staring or looking at us. We're not tolerating people following us. We're not tolerating nothing.
You'll tolerate anything we do, and you'll despise every fucking minute of it. Sticky really comes through with a read it for the listeners here. People of a certain age, of course, will get this immediately. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
You understand? Clear as day. All my actions show that. Like, nah, I stood up to everybody and every agent that was sent, and these were agents that were paid money.
Mm-hmm.
They were bribed and paid off. Yep.
No. Agents aren't bribed and paid off, at least not by the office. They are on a salary that is so good that they wouldn't need to take a bribe from anybody. Besides, none of us would take bribes here. You, on the other hand.
And every single one of them lost and was addressed by a real man. Yep, and back down, and they all are scared. All y'all are shook. So, no, I mean...
Okay, he has finally kicked the live off. It's called Tyree Sneed is the most successful CEO and proves he builds million-dollar businesses easily. We're going to go ahead and complete this one, and then we will go ahead and switch over. But we're this far down the road on this, we might as well follow through. And he doesn't seem to be in a deleting mood today, so that's good.
Just very simple. You like to sit there and play games. Oh, trust me, I know. Especially in the Valley. You can't even bring a celebrity down here in the Valley. I know exactly how y'all get down here. Oh, I know. And y'all know not to play with me. Y'all know I don't get down like that. They know.
Yeah, that's a hard mission. I had my doubts about it simply because of his paranoia of things exactly like that. So something else. You're working on something else, right?
Who to play with and who not to play with. Real talk. Like if I did like a performance, I wouldn't put up with the things that other artists put up with. That's the thing. And it's just different for me because I'm in a position where they want to.
Well, yes and no, Sticky. It is his second stream, but it's been about 20 minutes apart, so he's not going bam, bam, bam.
Act like they don't get it, but they do.
Maybe even more time than that.
No, sir. I'm the top dog. So I have different rules. I can't act out of character at all because the system targets me. It already did. The government targeted me. The system is against me. So I honestly, have no way to even stand up for myself. I just do on my own because it's what I want to do.
You have no way to stand up for yourself because you're a twat. Anyhow, we've been in Smoke 'em if you got 'em for quite some time. So for the immediate right now, say goodbye to Smoke 'em if you got 'em. But right after the first one, you know who we say hi to? Yes, indeed, it is one of our two mascots. He's a acid head cat. Sure is. And he's been exposed to enough radiation to kill 1,000 people, yet here he is. It's Schizo the cat.
Feel me? A million steps ahead of all of you, a million miles ahead of all of you.
I'm sorry about butchering your intro, Schizo. Please don't touch me.
Don't care how you feel. And it's that simple. You understand? So, it is what it is, man. All this people acting like they're in charge. I mean, you go ahead and think that, because you're not. I don't.
Oh dear.
So, I mean, at the end of the day.
Well, he's not dressed like Batman today, but he is dressed like a 70s outcast. So that was every bit as embarrassing an encounter for him as it is every other day. He's just so deluded he doesn't realize that it is.
I mean, I don't really know what else to tell y'all, man.
He's a pussy, that's right.
It just is what it is. I don't care how none of y'all feel at all. But yeah, like I said, no, don't get online and act like we supposed to prove we gangsta, because you need to, all of you. That's a you thing.
Oh, there he is.
This man right here proved he was gangsta.
Just what we needed more of, and best what we're doing right now is we're going to go ahead and finish this one up because we're really committed to this particular video. And he doesn't seem to be in a deleting mood today. So that's a risk that we're going to take. I just hope that I don't miss my guess. This has 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to run. And you know what? The less I talk, the quicker we'll get there. Negative 43 TV, 8 minutes after the hour.
I already did it all. What are you talking about? They want to ignore details and ignore reality. You watched it all. What are you talking about? And all the real stuff happened off camera. I don't have nothing to prove. I'm smart. I don't play games like that. I don't give in to peer pressure. That's why y'all mad at me, right? Right, because I'm a grown man. I don't care how some troll who's a failure and can't even look in the mirror, you know what I mean, sitting there with acne and stuff, and eating tons of snacks all day, and they spoiled in a towel. I don't care how you feel about me. I'm just saying, when you become repetitive and you just keep running your mouth, obviously I'm a grown man. I'm not going to put up with that. We don't play like that, brother. So like I said,
we don't have black ones, but we have white ones, and none of them, of course, have windows.
Anybody with something to say? I'm out here right now. I'm going to be out here all the time, every day. Y'all know what it is. Like I said, anybody with something to say?
And oh Lord, just wait until he sees our drone passing overhead, because I'm sure he's going to be getting it in his mail a lot. I'll be featuring it a lot. That might even become a picture in the upper right-hand corner sort of a deal. It was a major mistake, yet it was a great moment. It doesn't happen like that all that often.
Say how you feel, homie. Feel me? Ain't nobody going to say nothing, because they all know what it is. Like I said, it's just weird, man. You know what I mean? It's mad weird, because like I said, the truth is that it's all fake. They already know who the tough guy is. They're all snitches. So what they trying to do, like I said, is they want to pretend and play this game. Right? Pretend.
Ledgeview is here, everyone.
So annoying. They want to pretend that they want to get a reaction, right? But they're pretending.
We're not pretending that we want a reaction from you. We were just complaining amongst ourselves not a minute ago that maybe, just maybe, something really needs to happen to shake this fucking story up. Double OA's doing okay, but You're not mentioning it enough. Maybe after the drone situation, you will.
Right? It's all fake. So, like, I mean, you're just playing a game by yourself. There's no way for me to respond, so why would I sweat it? Like, nah, you know reality, brother. You want to pretend? Go ahead. I mean,
Yeah, Operation Hammer Smashed Face is still in development.
I care less. We this is not what is that book? This is not, is it 1941 or 81 or whatever? Fahrenheit 451, all that type of stuff. This is not that, brother. Okay, big brother.
Indeed, the real Tyree Sneed has returned. He may not have left. He may have just been lurking, but it's the real Tyree Sneed. Acknowledgement is necessary. And hey, Marique W is here, and acknowledgement is necessary there as well.
Brother doesn't see all. The all-seeing eye doesn't see all. You understand? I'm living proof of that. Like I said, I run everything. I came across and I came against the.
I'll read this for the listeners, and I have to explain a little bit because I can't assume that everybody's down with their Cannibal Corpse. Hammer Smash Face, would you say that's probably their most notorious song? Or I Come Blood was pretty disgusting too. But anyway, that's a Cannibal Corpse reference. And Ledgeview says, I literally just turned off some Cannibal Corpse to turn this on. Righteous.
The worst, biggest, baddest
So
enemies
good.
in one. All y'all ain't got nothing for me, trust me. You understand? So, like I said, I mean, run your mouth all you want. You understand? Just don't do it in front of me. That's all. You feel me? And if you do, it doesn't mean that I'm going to react. Because like I said, you're trying to play some fake game. I don't play fake games. You better come correct and come real, man. I better recognize who you're talking to. You better start understanding how scary I really am and how much power I got. It's downright terrifying, the power I got. Feel me?
No.
So yeah, man, everybody knows what it is with me. I don't let people mouth off to me, man. I don't care who you are. And I don't care where I'm at. I don't care about much of nothing.
Yep, you heard that right, Flatty. You sure did. Ladies and gentlemen, look who's here. It's that guy.
I care about my respect. And that's the thing. They just upset because I have my integrity and I won't
Arrives with a joke as always. You listeners are going to love this. I remember reading 1981 in high school. Same author as Cannibal Farm.
compromise myself or my respect for anything. Not for money. Not for some little YouTube deal that don't matter. Not for nothing. I'm never going to compromise my integrity or my pride or who I am. Feel me? That's all. But at the same time, you got to be smart. When you standing up to people, you have to be smart. Because like I said, they all looking for an excuse to run and tell. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. It's
we're all looking for an excuse to run and tell. You're going to run and tell. That just sounds so very, very 9-year-old of you.
It's all cowards.
God.
I already know what's good. So once you have all your enemies at that point where they're basically all silenced and they're all hiding, there's nothing further to do. There's definitely nothing, to get upset about. That's why when you start trying to play immature games and cheat and go around all of it.
That guy's on fire because he's always on fire. Fahrenheit 93, the temperature at which Joey's burn.
Accomplished. Hiding online.
Very good. I love it.
Super lame. Super lame. But yeah, when y'all try to hide online and do that nonsense, right? I mean, you're silly.
We're hiding online, but yet you have your chat shut down. Something doesn't match up very well at all with that statement. So wave goodbye to Schizo for another show. We just love seeing him, but it's time to spend some time with our other mascot around here. Look, everybody, it's Stoner the Mutt right here on Negative 43 TV. And by the way, one cool thing about Stoner is he's got a little bit of Cheshire Cat in him. Isn't that cool? Negative 43 TV.
Feel me? Yes, I see you looking at me, son. You're like 3 feet tall. I don't care. Ugh. But yeah, man, I think a lot of these people really feel like they on something. Like,
Almost there.
y'all ain't on nothing, bro. This acting like I'm something to play with. That's funny. Keep that up. Yeah, keep that up. They all know what it is, man. Feel me? I'm not a dude who talks, man. I don't do much talking, man. People know about me.
Doesn't that crack you up every time you hear it? Well, if you're like me, but it kind of doesn't really anymore. Just matters on what's the context that it's used in.
Feel me?
No.
I'm not Hassan Campbell. What a joke. Could never even make a comparison between me and any of these failures. That dude never even had money. He's never owned anything ever. He has to pay rent. Ha! Renter, moocher, just like the rest of them. In modern day slavery, huh?
Renter Moocher, says Mr. Donations, that lives at his mommy's house, which is in fact a form of mooching. He knows it is. There's no explaining him at this point. There never was.
I still can't get out. Damn, cuz. Y'all ever gonna get freedom? I make a career making money. Well, it doesn't matter if it was 1 cent. I make money off of displaying your mishaps, off of displaying the truth about you. He flagged my channel before, Hassan Campbell. Happy. Right? He's mad. He was mad back then. He was trying to stop me from succeeding then. So like I said, when those people say, when have we ever tried to stop? All you do is try to stop people from succeeding. You serious, Rob Wack? Rob Wack. They ain't got nothing to talk about. They can't do a show or a program. You understand? It's all fake. Feel me? I don't care how none of y'all feel. None of you, especially these failures that just drive around all day. Like, I really think that's funny how
And he's terrified of spiders. God knows he's scared of them.
Y'all think because you drive and that means you're successful or you someone. It means you're corny. It means you're a peasant. It means you're a part of this matrix. It means you don't know how to enjoy anything. That's what it means. And cars mean nothing. I'm all carred out. I own 14 of them. Who cares? So you care about that. I don't care about that.
You own no cars. You own no cars. You own no cars. The few that you had left, you forfeited when you did not pay the rent on the lot. More accurately, your mom said, you know what? Fuck this.
I did that just to show y'all on the Messiah, and that whatever you talking about, I'll outdo you like by 1,000,000 times. What? Ain't nobody ever
What?
Superseded or one up me, not for real.
Almost there.
What? Y'all want to play catch up? You better go to work today. Feel me? I'm working right now. I'm doing my job. What are you doing? That is the question. Don't be mad because I basically ended up using this to create my own funding. You understand? To do what I do. Yeah. I'm Batman, boy. Y'all is funny. They don't get I got divine authority. Me, I can do anything and get away with anything. What? You all definitely don't know who you're talking to. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
You can do anything and get away with anything because you have divine authority. Other than that plainly not being true, there's just something about the way he phrased that, man. I don't think that it's really meant to be used to commit evil, which is pretty much what you are. So we're done with that one, kids. We're absolutely done with that. That was I built my own empire. And right now we're going to watch Tyree Sneed is the most successful CEO and proves he builds $1 million businesses easily. He's live. He looks super dumb. And we're going to go back to the very beginning of the entire thing. This should put us about 20 minutes behind him, something
I never
like that.
really get sick, if you haven't noticed.
Okay, I never truly get sick, if you notice that. He says. And we're almost 19 minutes behind, so there's plenty of room here. Negative 43 TV. Oh my God, it's 20 minutes after the hour, and where I'm at, That means it's 420. Ladies and gentlemen, smoke them if you got them. And there's the pit boss. It's official now. Let's get super, ultra, mega wasted on negative 43 TV. And we are underway here. So let me full screen this thing. There we go. Oh my goodness. Shouldn't be too much longer. I'm getting antsy. As they used to say way back when. I'm getting quite antsy. Time to look for the circle of mouth, everybody. Here we go. Slider of Destiny moves very slowly to the right. Okay, there it is. We should be right there. We're exactly 19 minutes behind negative 43 TV. Here's part 2. Let's go. Ah.
See how I do that sound?
Yep, it's stress noises all the way.
I talk like that. Yeah, all these people on this entire network try to copy me. Coach Eli tries to copy the fact that I do that. Everything these people do, they get from me. Y'all better show me some respect.
Okay, you can see right here for this show, he is using the logo that he stole from Sticky TT6, and I have proof. Right here, we're going to go to the upper right-hand corner for just a minute, but we are going to do it. It's still smoke 'em if you got 'em, but enjoy that for a second if you would. Do you see the similarity? I sure as hell do. He blatantly, obviously ripped off Sticky TT6, and we don't appreciate that around here, you thieving punk, you. Now, back to the pit boss. Yes, indeed. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Let's erase them their memory banks, everybody.
Real talk.
Or it's black currant time for you, Mr. Kelchu.
But yeah, if you're able to, honey, let me know if you're listening. I'm here for you. And I truly love you. I understand it's hard sometimes. Perfectly okay.
Okay, we have some foreshadowing here from CIA Hole. He just kind of professed that protein is for suckers and not needed to build muscle.
But let me
whatever he thinks, huh?
Update you on everything going on over
Jesus
here.
tits.
Basically, my hair is growing out, obviously. I did 13 muscle ups yesterday. So I had sent you the thing for the world record. It's on the community wall here too. I think the world record is like 45 muscle ups or something. It's some little guy over.
Muscle ups. I can't do them. You shouldn't do them. And today I had my usual workout. I was on the recumbent bike for 55 minutes, which is about 12 miles. Got my 530 calories burned. And then got my wobble chair work in there and all of my rotational exercises. And then I hit the floor because Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, that's calisthenics day. About 12 different exercises in sets of 3. You couldn't hang with me, asshole.
Over there in Asia. And I called it. I called it ahead of time. I said, I bet he's super tiny.
I looked them up a couple days ago because I wasn't even convinced that they were a thing. Apparently, it's like a chin up, and then you pull yourself above the bar, and then you go back down and extend the arms, and then you pull yourself back up, and then you go above the bar. It looks exceedingly difficult. I mean, I can only do 9 push-ups, so it's nothing I'm going to be doing. Oh, okay. Hit the button, dude. Oh, wait a minute. Here, I'll read this for the listeners. That'll work. From Vladimir Putin, he consumes so much protein straight from homies in prison that he thinks it is whatever starchy shit they fed him.
He's a little dude because it's easy when you're little because all you got to do is just, you don't have to pick up a lot of weight. and you just kind of launch.
Wobble chairs are absolutely fantastic. It is a thing that chiropractors have. It's basically an oversized bicycle seat with a couple of chair arms on it so you can hold on. I don't have one of those. What I have is a great big blue exercise ball, which I use in the exact same manner every single day, 6 days a week. I'm on that for about 10 minutes, rotating left to right, and then rotating right to left. It's a miracle thing for those of you with lower back issues, a miracle thing.
Yourself up there and keep doing muscle ups. So a little man did 45 muscle ups or whatever. Hold on, it's hard to read with these on.
You didn't do 45 muscle ups, but you just called yourself a little man, which is completely accurate. And how cartoonish is that? How fucking cartoonish is this mong? Indeed. I mean, God, the nose is fucked up. The chin is huge. The teeth are just god awful. The hair's everywhere except where it should be. The glasses sit in a lopsided manner on his face, all of it blending together just to make him look so very, very destitute.
Cool. A little man did 45 muscle ups or something. I don't know when the record was made. I'll have to look again, but I think it's on there. But I think he's the same dude who may have the world pull-up record, and I already defeated him in that.
Oh, look how frizzy he's getting too. Split ends a problem? You bet. Split ends were like a super big deal in the 70s. Like every conditioner is like, it'll fix your split ends. So considering that he is just straight out of 1978, it's appropriate that he would have literally a head full of split ends.
And I didn't just defeat him. I mean, I got the best of that boy. Okay, I told you they can't compete with me over there.
All right, I need to read this for everybody because, like I said, man, absolutely described the whole thing. The point is to get over the bar, so you are basically adding a dip into each pull-up. Actually getting over the bar has more to do with technique than strength, though. So there is a very good explanation of the muscle up from, like I said, man. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, they need to quit waking up and doing jumping jacks and get real with themselves because there's some monsters.
I'll tell you what. After the show, Mrs. Baritone and I are going to go get some coffee. She got paid today. And you know what? Mrs. Baritone's going to drive.
Exist like me. Or maybe I'm the only one, obviously. So like I said, I still hold the world record for dumbbell curls at 90 pounds. Nobody has broken that record with real weights yet.
Yes, Vladdy is dressed like he's going to see Gordon Lightfoot. That's a reference to a conversation that we had. I think it was just yesterday. Yeah, loved Gordon Lightfoot. Great fucking voice. My definition of a great voice is this, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with pitch or even singing in tune. When the singer opens their mouth, instantaneously you know who it is. You don't need to hear anything else. Maybe a note, maybe two, and you know who you're listening to. I'm more into distinction of voice, I guess.
Seen a bunch of talking, saw a video with fake weights. Again, on recordsetter.com, all they do is lie online, these Masons, and they're willing to lie.
Oh, the chat is just rolling today. I got one here for everybody from Joe Patrick II, reading it for the listeners, of course. I need to come up with another way to phrase that. God, that is just so many words to say, so many times a show. But this one comes from Joe Pack. He says, Joey was on the cleanup crew at Diddy's Freak-Offs. I think he was pulling double duty there. Not only was he on the cleanup crew, he was one of the fluffers too.
They're willing to pass fake records that aren't records, and then they're willing to lie and turn it around and try to dismiss the records that you set. But
Mimi, it's absolutely horrible that he would so blatantly steal the artwork of a resplendent genius such as Sticky. It's disgusting.
90-pound dumbbell curls is the world record. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
No.
Never seen somebody curl 100 pounds ever. Like I said, I've been all.
I'm up to 210 curls a day. I do most of them while I'm on the bike. You know how heavy the weight is? 5 pounds. That's what I've been working with the whole time, and that's what I will remain working with. I don't want big muscles. I play golf. I want muscles. Definitely want some definition going on there, but I do not want the Schwarzenegger thing. So I doubt very seriously that I will ever go beyond 5 pounds. I mean, after all, as his shoulders show us, repetition of motion alone will cause some muscle growth. Whether it's good or not, that's another issue.
Over the country. I mean, if somebody had done it, I would have known by now. You know what I mean? Trust me. This is what I do. So I hold the world record 90-pound dumbbell curls.
Protein receptacle bowl. I'm ripped. I'm fucking ripped, kids. That reminds me of a Larry Pierce song. A protein receptacle. There we go. I got it right that time. If you've never listened to Larry Pierce, you need to.
That's number one. Number two, y'all ain't in charge of nothing, so don't ever run your mouth at me. You don't tell me anything. You don't make the rules. I do. Okay? And I'm your authority, and I am your superior. All right? And you will talk to me as such. All of you peon peasants. Capiche? So like I said, hold the world record for dumbbell curls at 90 pounds. I just set the world record for pull-ups. They're all legit, right?
It defines douchebag, doesn't it? It absolutely defines douchebag. And look at the end of his nose, if you will. The rest of his nose is red, and that appears as white somehow. It's usually the other way around. Needless to say, he has in fact reshaped the very tip of his nose with that stupid fucking mask. It's true.
At 200. That boy in Asia or China or whatever, he did like 105. Christina told me, I told Christina, I said, that's light work. I said, I'm going to break that record easy. I went ahead and did 200. It's on camera on the channel. I hope something didn't just get me there.
Oh, I hope it
You never
did.
know what's under these bridges. Hold on, let me look. Oh, there's a bird.
Yep.
Pigeon. Hello, pigeon.
Let me see. Let me bring this up on the mainframe computer here. He's getting some good pictures. That's a really good drone. He's right there.
Hello, pigeon. He's just looking at me like, what the hell? But, man, yesterday when I was carrying my stuff, it was so heavy yesterday. It was unbelievable. I had that steel armor on, man. It was horrible.
Yeah, you think? Do you think walking around wearing a trash can when it's 93 degrees out, let alone a black trash can? God damn, you are so very, very stupid. Let me read it for the lurkers. That's another way of putting it. From Orzo1, hold my do-rag and giant lollipop, Molly. It's time to do some muscle-ups. And please welcome Big O El Pappy here right now. How you been, guy?
I almost felt like I was.
Oh, he's listening in the car heading home. Ah, yes, my radio fantasy come to life right here on Negative 43 TV, where it's 34 minutes after the hour.
Wasn't even going to make it. That's how heavy everything was. Yeah, I carry my stuff depending on how heavy it is. Well, it doesn't matter how heavy it is. I do it either way. I carry this stuff for miles, dude. Like, the stuff probably weighs like 30 pounds sometimes, and I'd be carrying all of it with one hand while I'm walking.
For no reason. No obvious reason. Have you noticed he hasn't mentioned the lawn chair recently? He must have figured out that, boy, this really sucks carrying this thing around 15 miles for no reason at all.
And,
or 6 or 8 or however much this idiot walks.
Running through everywhere. I mean, it's not easy. Hold on. None of it is easy at all. But yesterday was a hell of a workout, so I know my arms and my biceps are getting strong as hell. because that's like the training after the training. Imagine training all day, and then you got to carry what you get.
You know, with the whole messenger thing, the relative intelligence of both of those birds absolutely cannot be questioned.
For miles, while wearing steel armor that's probably like 30 pounds plus. I mean, it's the best training that anybody could do. That's what these people don't get. Everything I do is training.
I heard a little bit of that, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's loony enough to where that may actually turn to be Saturday Madness, which, if it happens, will be 5:50 Sneedville time, 5:50 p.m. Sneedville time, as always, and that is, as always, Eastern time here in the United States. But there may not be a Saturday Madness this week because Sticky is working on that interview with TJ, and that would take precedent over Saturday Madness easily. That, as the program director of Negative 43 TV, that would be a very easy decision to make. So should that happen, there won't be Saturday Madness, but there will be an opening act show. Keep an eye on Sneedville Now magazine.
Carrying stuff, that's training. You know, all the work I did in Austin when I was carrying for bars, I used to carry all their furniture, the heaviest stuff. I was the strongest one, and I wasn't even the biggest guy. And I would carry this stuff all day like I'm a work mule. People don't get it. I can do this stuff nonstop. Like, I just don't ever break or fall.
From Sheriff Gonsen, he said last night, I didn't invest in this chair to not go live.
I just keep on going.
Huh?
You know, I used to do that stuff for them all day, man. And they weren't paying me right either. And it was sad. You know, eventually I think I got a little raise, but, you know, it's just narcs.
Oh, goodness gracious. I think my eyes are actually beginning to bleed. So allow me at this time to show everyone my credentials. Yes, indeed, Tyree. I'll remind you of this every single show that I do. I am Major. That's right, Major Richbartone of the Order of Action. We're on you 24/7, asshole. You can know it to be true.
Snarks and how they do things. But yeah, I don't know what anybody's talking about. I don't know. I don't care about delusional people, and what y'all tell yourselves.
You don't know what anybody's talking about. Well, you're right. You don't know anything about anything. Here we go.
Like I said, as far as talking about cars and driving, what does that have to do with me living my life or my success? That has nothing to do with anything. It's not a sign of success. A sign of success is the fact that I'm not driving.
Yeah, messenger pigeons. It's just truly amazing. Very heavily utilized during World War I, World War II.
I think. Actually, the sign of success is that my license was suspended because I was targeted by the government and given a bunch of fake tickets, which, again, I paid all of them.
Okay, we have an update on the situation from Sticky. Says, I'm lurking from work, Rich. I messed up and scheduled for Saturday, but I found out I work Saturday. I will reschedule with TJ, trying for Friday or Sunday. Thank you for letting me know that. So 5:50 p.m., it's back on. It's going to be Saturday Madness this Saturday. And whether it's Friday or Sunday, before the interview with TJ, as always, I'll be on Negative 43 TV with the opening act show. And there's nothing to apologize. The effort that must go into that is got to be rather a lot, and you don't know how much we all appreciate it.
And then they made up this other thing in the other county or whatever, right? So I'm a boss. That means I'm about my business, right? Everything you hear I do costs money, right?
You would think they'd probably be more popular than ever. Oh, look at that. I need to move that. Watch as much Jim Cornette as you possibly can. You would think that they would be more popular than ever, what with everybody, focusing on the high-tech communications. It could be very useful, very useful.
Back in the day, I paid $5,000 for an attorney. Like it wasn't nothing right in front of your face. Y'all didn't talk about that. He took half the money, he didn't do anything.
Why would we talk about you throwing $5,000 away on a lawyer? What? Why? Why? Like that's like world-class news or something? eat a ball sack. Don't even bother with eating the dick. Just eat the balls.
Right? Like, what are you talking about? A lot of the lawyers are snakes. My dad was a lawyer, but my dad was an injury lawyer.
Oh yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I think that would be the most intelligent thing that anybody could do right now. Yeah, there's all different kinds of electronic ways to intercept electronic messages. There is no way anybody born after 1990 is even considering the possibility that that bird flying overhead is sending a message to their enemy.
Something got me on my back. Hopefully I'll be all right. But I mean, it's just reality, man. Like I said, I've already proven that I can build. I'm going to fix the title on this show too. It's not $1 million businesses, it's multi-million-dollar businesses. I build them easily. Like I said, all y'all act.
Yes, Sticky, that's just so pathetic that he stole that logo from you. I'm not even involved really, but it pisses me off.
Like I'm stagnated. No, I'm just where I'm at.
Punk.
I'm just chilling and retired for right now. You understand? No. You can put me in any place where the populace acts halfway normal and isn't discriminate. And like I said, I've already built entire livings and everything out of nothing. They've dropped me off in places where I had nothing, nobody, nowhere to go. And every time I become successful.
Wow, that must be a really colorful world that you live in and inside of your head, because that's the only place any of this could ever exist. I mean, come the fuck on now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a sponsor. This portion of our show is brought to you by I Need a Budget. Try it today.
I mean, imagine that. Like, nah, bro, I'd go any city across America if I could just get there literally. No, I could walk into a shelter or whatever and make money. It's all I've ever done. And no, I've never been homeless, never will, never have been, never will. I'm good for life. I'm set for life. Feel me? So, like I said, if y'all talk, make sure you get your facts straight. I don't play them games.
Yeah, right? I agree, Ledgeview. I never got that imitation is the form of flattery. No, I don't believe so.
Nobody.
Boy, I'm lit.
I mean, just nobody can tell me anything, man. Reality is reality, and it's just that simple.
Stumbling, bumbling,
stumbling. Final. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just is what it is, right? It's going to be what it's going to be. Hold the world record for 90-pound dumbbell curls. Broke and set the new world record at 200 pull-ups, I believe, straight up. Inertia pull-ups, which is the mini ones that I created that really do work and help you. Probably more so than regular pull-ups. I did about 365 of those.
Those are totally useless.
World record. It's an exercise, and it's a world record, legit, in the books. They can't say nothing. It's all on camera. So again, if your company's certified world records, why do you act like I'm going to reach out and contact you? For what? For validation? I'm all right.
Well, yeah. World records need to be validated. Yes, you punk ass bitch. Yes.
I need validation of a company that lies and passes world records that aren't world records.
Oh Christ.
And everything you say is twisting the truth. I don't need validation from liars. See, that's the thing. Everything you say is backwards. The world is an illusion, buddy. Y'all don't know because you're sheltered and you live in the valley forever. Y'all don't get out much. I've been all over the nation. Okay? Y'all don't know what you're talking about.
You've been to a handful of places. Stop it now.
I don't care whether you like me. I don't want you to like me.
Good.
You ain't got to like me. You shouldn't like me, as a matter of fact. You know why? Because I'm well-rounded. I'm not sheltered like you people. Like I said, I've done my thing all over the U.S. You going to tell me something? A bunch of people from the valley? That'll be the day. You funny as hell. What, bro? I'm 35, bro. That means I've been on this planet 35 years.
His hair looks like some ancient sea monster, and sometimes the derp simply happens. Join me now, if you would. Command Shift 3. Ah, yes, the click of the camera eye, preserved forever.
You better give me more respect. I got more life experience than anyone. I've been in hoods, ghettos, jails, shelters, worse than prisons. Like, what? Been in the worst environments known to man, right? I'm the only soldier. All y'all military and all y'all other personnel and people, how are you a soldier? You're not a soldier. You're a peon. You're a peasant. I'll tell you straight to your face, any of you. Marines, Navy SEALs, all of you. You're all the same. You're all a joke.
Who wants to pound him into paste? I'm not a Marine. I've had a lot of family in the service. Oh, Lordy, please, somebody send a Marine his way.
You listen to other people. You were manipulated by the CIA. What? Sorry, what? Anything I got to say, I say to your face. What? Like I said, I can't stand none of you. Like, I'm so tired of hearing y'all run your mouth. Like, yeah, all y'all a bunch of peons. You work for the man. You work for the system. You take orders from the man in the system. Take orders and do what Uncle Sam says. You be a good boy, right? Yeah. Me, I'm my own independent, like, everything. Basically, like, agency, organization, and I'm the mob.
You're the mob. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're a 35-year-old that lives at mom's house. You wouldn't need any more information to know that you're a loser. If you're 35 years old and you're living at your mom's house by choice, which you are a loser beyond all description. And you look like a total fucking jackass. I mean, come the fuck on, dude. Wake the fuck up. Or don't. It's funny.
Like, what? Better get my name right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What? Who are you?
Yep. He's a criminal and a crime fighter at the same time. Yes, he's a gangster and he is Batman. Yeah, there's a conflict of interest, perhaps.
You worried about money? This is what real people go through, man. Wesley Snipes and
Yeah.
the U.S. Marshal, he was on the run. Me personally,
Yeah, you can't even be homeless, right? You are correct.
I was on the run for 7 years. Okay? On the run for 7 years. You fail to talk about this, right? Like, what? And I wasn't running from nothing. I was just living my life and making sure I did what I did to pay off my property taxes, because the corrupt ones that I went to high school with, the fake lawyers, were setting it all up, rigging it, and dragging out. They kept extending the court date back farther on purpose so that I couldn't go make my money. I don't make my money in the Valley. Everybody knows that. So talking to me about cars and jobs is meaningless, because all y'all are meaningless to me. You don't even exist or have an identity. Anything in the Valley is meaningless to me, worthless. You understand? Like, what I have is what matters and what's worth something. Everything's secure. What's up?
Yep. Well, since you put it that way, that guy, it actually makes sense. And he said, for the listeners, he is indeed his own nemesis. Well, you can't add anything to it. When the point gets made, the point gets made. Go already.
Curling world record, right?
Hold it. Hey, all right, we'll go back a little bit. We got a fairly good look at that. It was quick, but
is meaningless, because all y'all are meaningless to me. You don't even exist or have an identity. Anything in the Valley is meaningless to me, worthless. You understand? Like, what I have is what matters and what's worth something. Everything's secure. What's up?
okay, there's the freeze.
The
And
dumbbell curling world record, right? I love how it's just got to be issues. Dumbbell curling world record, right? What else?
just dumbbell record. And from what we saw of the shirt, it was very jerky, but we got a good look at it. It would not surprise me at all if that shirt doesn't have a dragon embroidered on the back of it. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
What else? Like I said, pull-ups at 200. Anything further? And muscle-ups. What do you call it? Muscle-ups, I'm going to try to break down. And I wouldn't put it past me, as big as I am and tall and lanky. I think I could do it.
You called yourself a small guy not less than 20 minutes ago. You're not big and lanky. You're 5'8". Your spine is shaped like the letter S. You're incapable of standing up straight. Your neck and your head gets pushed forward just a fraction more every single day because you stupidly develop your hunchback. That's going on with the arms and the shoulders, dude. You're making your deformity muscular, and it is pushing your head and your neck forward. You'll be looking a bit like a giraffe if this continues, and it's going to.
I really do. And I'm not lanky. I'm, you know what?
You're a scrawny punk.
The strength is.
You're a scrawny punk with overdeveloped arms.
And I don't know if that's from what bit me or if it's from all the exercise yesterday. That armor ain't no joke. Like I said, it moves around on my back. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a constant thing.
Yep.
But I do it anyway.
Because you're a Hmong. Oh my goodness gracious, mercy me. Now he's really doing it right because the screen is black. You know, Tyree is entertaining you big time when literally everything goes away. I'm assuming that this will fix itself before too much longer. Okay, I just stopped assuming that. It's time to grab the slider of destiny, move to the right, and we're looking for signs of life right now. At negative 43 TV, 51 minutes after the hour. Let's go. Oh, that didn't take too long. We'll stop a little short there because we don't want to miss any craziness. It's what we're here for after all.
There's
Here
the
he
government
comes
and all these
there.
companies kicking me off my own show because they don't like I'm saying the truth. But yeah, I'm basically fearless. But I confront my fear.
That guy on fire, as always, read it for the listeners. He just said he was lanky, then changed his mind. Yeah, you don't know your body type. Yeah, that's fun.
We all have fears, but I confront mine.
Should I say he doesn't know his body type, and that's fun.
Differences between us, between me and all of you. We have nothing in common. There's no patience involved with you and I. And like I said, I built a business here that's independent. And like I said, I'm using it to compound over time and hopefully get this show on the road to the next level. And like, that's all I do. I just work and do my job and I be Batman. It's 100% real. It's not confined to Brownsville or the Valley. Like I said, I'll be all over the nation with it.
He needs about 10 white scarves around his neck so that he can give them out to passers-by, just like Elvis.
Right around the corner. As soon as Christina finishes everything and she's okay and she's with me. Like I said,
See that little light here? You see that? Do you see that right here? It's a little white light and it's been dancing around right there. It's a good thing they got the order to hold fire.
We'll operate out of here. It'll be a base, but like we're gonna build everything. And like you said, like we already know, we already talked.
Melon blasted.
We know, we're gonna have everything for us that we'll be set and we'll be good. And that's all that matters. But and then we'll help the people that I decide that deserve help. The only people I care about.
Here's the guy that brings me my water and towels, Charlie Hodge. I love Dred Zeppelin, absolutely love it. Friend of mine way back in the day hated them because he felt they were mocking Elvis. I said, well, yeah, they are mocking Elvis, and that's why these people need to be really careful about the last impression that they leave. Looking at you, The Who.
Other than that, I mean, how'd I put it? Ooh, I'm sore. Because this stuff is heavy again. I got 2 huge water bottles in here. I'm going to try these different waters today and see how that goes. It might help. I might be lacking a lot of electrolytes. Might be half the issue because I'm sweating all the time. And water doesn't really have electrolytes. These do, the ones I got.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin 4 was the one that got my attention relative to Led Zeppelin. I remember the first time I heard it. In fact, both of my parents were working night shift, and that was back in the day when you would trust your 14-year-old son to watch over the two younger ones while you went to work. It was common. Believe me, it was common. The minute mom and dad left for work, on went Led Zeppelin 4, and there's Black Dog. Like, fuck if I'm going to sleep right now. My goodness, yeah, I'd love to do a music special. I really would. But sometimes I think about going back on live365.com precisely so I could play music because they pay all of the royalties 100%. It's actually worth the money.
Might need to start spending and getting them and they're huge too. They're like big. They'll last me for a little while. I drink a lot of water. But I'm always in the heat, you know.
Your time is going to. Woman cheated. You be lied. Oh, that's all you seem to do.
But and then there's that other kind of water that I'm trying to look into. I'll probably have one today.
I'm glad
that might help me.
I'm glad you feel that way, Vlad. I really am, and it's the same with everybody. That's the thing with music. It's always going to bring you back to the point in time where you heard it, what was going on in your life at that time. It's always going to take you directly to memories. Just about any song.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
But I'm glad you think that would be interesting. I'd try it sometime.
But I just do too much. I do too much exercise. I'm probably not replacing what my body needs. And my body's just like, what the hell? You know, it's trying to draw it from other places probably and stuff.
Thing I remember about Led Zeppelin, I went out and got the cassette immediately upon hearing that they were actually a thing. And I turned the tape over to side 2. And the first song was the Immigrant Song. I had a nice cold, ice cold Pepsi because this was immediately after work. And I'm, smoking my joints hand over fist. I remember the cold can of Pepsi. I opened the can as I hit play. And then the first 5 seconds of Led Zeppelin's The Immigrant Song hit. And I definitely douched my nose. Believe me when I tell you that happened.
That would make some sense. But man, I sure hope it's not going to be again where I got this muscle thing, because I can feel it already. Where when I try to go breathe, I can't. That's what happens when I wear the armor. Lack of sleep too, but I mean, I slept some. It's just hard.
My favorite Led Zeppelin song, yeah, that song goes hard, but I love the Wanton song. Oh my goodness.
Hard on you, man. This stuff is hard on your body. I put my body through absolute hell, but I think it'll be all right as long as it's a muscle and not my lung, which I won't be able to tell. So I'm in God's hands, man.
You pulled a muscle. I recall those muscles that pulls that, yeah, it would be kind of hard to breathe, but I'm glad.
But
it's amazing it doesn't happen like every fucking time he exercises, because he does everything wrong.
Basically, how to put it? I don't know. I never really get sick.
Yeah, I just about had my shit back together after blowing that Pepsi out my nose, and then Tortelvis kicks in. I come to the land of the ice and snow where I'm not on with a hot string. Oh, you're not here to hear me sing, but oh man, geez, breathing was hard in that moment. It was so fucking funny. Nothing like the first time you hear anything.
If you haven't noticed, I got some strawberries today, I believe. I ate blueberries. I'll be eating a little bit of blueberries I got left. Strawberries. I drink fruit drinks of more like exotic fruit when I can.
Fruit drinks are extremely high in sugar. They're not healthy, especially for somebody who I think has something extremely bad that I won't joke about.
I'm showing y'all the blueprint, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm showing y'all how to do this, bro. You know what I mean? And, I still think that the fruit makes me stronger. I think it helps with rebuilding muscle. I think it's way underrated.
Fruit and building muscle, I've never really heard of such a thing, but that's got to be hell on your stomach because there's no doubt you've got fucking ulcers and all that citrus, the acid.
I think people don't get it. I think it might be better than protein, but of course I do try to get my protein, but I just don't think it's that important for muscle.
He gets plenty of protein from the truck drivers that we talk about all the time, and then stupidly, oh, I don't think it's that important for muscle. It's the most crucial thing for muscle. What the flying fuck is wrong with you? It's the most crucial thing for muscle development is protein. Good fucking God. Yeah, RTS, he probably figured out what he's drinking too. He's a dog. The blueprint for health is drinking fruit punch Arizonas. Yeah, I know. Those are wonderful, man, but oh Jesus X, I can't, I wouldn't even consider it at this point. Although my blood sugar is no longer a problem at all, it's completely under control. I'm just not going back to sugar. It's easier this way.
I really don't. Y'all don't understand that everything that y'all say you need to build muscle, I do it with none of that.
You try to do it with semen, and it's not enough protein no matter what you tell yourself. And taking loads in the ass isn't really going to help you either.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I've created a whole new blueprint and proven that I'm the strongest man in the world. So I'm showing you how to heal in a totally different way. And I think that's going to be, because God talked to me about this, that's going to be part of what I teach, not my claim to fame so much.
I just love it when he starts talking about teaching. He teaches you basically, don't be extremely mentally ill nowadays because you'll get no treatment. Society will not intervene at any point in time because they believe that your freedom, despite your incompetence to handle your own affairs, is more important than getting you off the street and just filling you up with every known psych med. That's what needs to happen. Another thing that at this point I'm not even entirely sure it needs to happen. I haven't misspoke for a few minutes, but fuck it, here we go. It's smoke 'em if you got 'em time. And I am floating away on a cloud of happy right now, kids. Believe me when I tell you that.
Much, but what I teach and
Wowee.
help the world with, because I'm a healer. What I'm supposed to do is heal people. So that's what I want to do, but I want to get paid for it. So if y'all are...
That was ridiculous. That was so fucking ridiculous. We're going to go back. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. We're going to hear that fucking shit again.
I'm showing you how to heal in a totally different way. And I think that's going to be, because God talked to me about this, that's going to be part of what I teach. Not my claim to fame so much, but what I teach and help the world with, because I'm a healer. What I'm supposed to do is heal people. So that's what I want to do, but I want to get paid for it.
Oh, it did it again, didn't it?
If y'all are
yes,
interested
it
in
did.
That,
okay, let me resize this browser while I'm riffing on this clown. He's a healer. God told him that. God's word, not all that good stuff. But he wants to get paid for it. I was going to really shit on him about that, but then I started thinking about Kenneth Copeland and Benny Hinn, especially Benny Hinn. And, well, anyway, I got the browser fixed. Let's go.
I don't know. You got to just Cash App and we can talk, because, it's just all basic advice and counseling. I can do that. I told people I'd give advice on anything, try to help people. But
Give advice on anything, but you don't know anything about anything. That's part of the reason we're all here on Negative 43 TV 4 minutes after the hour.
rules on that and limits to what I can do, but I can show you what I'm teaching. I can 100% legally do that. But yeah, no, I follow the rules. I keep my freedom. I'm very cautious, very smart.
Protein enemas.
And look how it's gotten me. I saw a meme the other day. It was talking about, it said that lifestyle that you're living that you consider boring has saved you from so much drama and pain and suffering and heartache and everything. It's unreal. You know, that's the thing. I'm about just being calm, man. I've had so much action in my life. I never really had a normal, peaceful, calm life. So this for me is, you know, pretty refreshing and relaxing. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't let nobody mess it up for me.
Yeah, not working can be relaxing. To normal people, it is an extremely stressful situation, but you aren't normal, Ledgeview says. Got to read this one. Rich Robert Tilton was by far my absolute favorite. Yeah, I have seen Success in Life a few times. Robert Tilton, of course, is known better as the farting preacher. Look it up. You'll die laughing, although I would imagine at this point, everybody here has already seen it. It's always worth looking at, though. Why are farts funny? I don't know.
Nor could they. But, like...
embarrassment, perhaps.
The real healing vacation is going to be when my baby gets here, when Christina gets here. This is my company logo. I probably got like more than 20.
You stole it! You stole it! You stole it! You stole it! You stole it!
20 of them. Right? I might mix up some of them and use them too. We're official businessman over here. We do everything legit.
Once again,
I got it all going.
Once again, I got to put it up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and it is still smoking if you got him. You stole this from Sticky. The proof's right there. Punk.
Like I said,
I've been calling him a punk rather a lot today.
The short videos will carry the weight, and it's that simple. Hold on. Let me make one real quick. Give me a minute.
Okay, the source video has ended, so we can get a good idea now as to how long we're going to be here. About 33 minutes with my mouth. We'll be here about 45 minutes. 5:45 my time, thereabouts. 45 minutes after the hour.
So yeah. So since I already achieved those 2 world records, right? And this is the thing, it's always going to be somebody who's not a part of the Matrix, like Mr. Zhao Ling. That's his name.
The Matrix is a movie.
Zhao Ling looks like he's 3 feet tall. He looks like a garden lawn gnome, and Zhao Ling ain't got nothing for me. Real talk. So he did what, 45 muscle ups? They said in about 4 minutes. All right, cool. Thanks for letting me know what we need to get to. You feel me? So the 4 minutes shouldn't really be that big of an issue, right? And it doesn't have to be under 4 minutes, but that would just be another part of the record, right? Be another record. But I think I could get where I can do it. I really do. So I'm going to be trying to train for that.
I saw it a few times shortly after the turn of the century. Yeah, it's really funny, and it's very sad. How can anyone convince a person that if you send me money, God is going to smile upon you? There is not enough fire in hell for these people. Can you imagine how stupid / desperate that you would have to be to fall for that?
A little bit more specifically, I think now, but I'm not going to change up my routine because I'm doing the lifts and the holds excellently. And I mean, people don't understand how much strength this stuff takes.
I know you do, but you're in the proper spirit of the thing. You're seeing it as the comedy that it truly was and is.
Especially when you're not that light. I'm not that light, man. I got a little bit of weight to me. I'm about usually 165 Tupac weight.
You weigh 130. Maybe you weigh 130. I weigh 170. I will bet you that I have you by 40 pounds. I'll bet you.
I think right now I'm about 150 or so. But I'm pretty tall too, man. And the bar out here is not designed the way theirs is. They don't have anything in the way of their legs. This one.
Yeah, the prosperity gospel's a wonderful thing, isn't it? What with Joyce Meyer and Argyle Osteen. You know, I never actually mention God when I'm in my pulpit because I'm not really here about God. I'm here about money. That's all I want is money. And if your feet are muddy, don't even fucking think of coming in here. God loves you.
One does. So it makes it a lot harder, honestly, because if you just have a straight up bar, it's honestly easier. You know, it's easier to do the movements because you don't have something, you know, sometimes it gets my kneecaps and it hurts bad. Or, you know, it's all been all sorts of things. I mean, it's
take advantage of airtime. Oh my goodness, he certainly did. He made his share. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one, it is the only Shamrock, and you know what we have to do. It's time for the oh so rare 4-leaf Shamrock right there in the upper right hand corner right here right now, and it is still smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's even more smoke 'em if you got 'em than usual.
it hurts sometimes. I don't want to go into detail about the other thing that happened the other day, but it was bad and it kind of worried me, you know, because I kind of want to be able to have children with Christina. Like, that would be nice. I don't want.
We're going to go back a little bit. What happened the other day that concerned him because he wants to have kids with Christina? Did his crank not work? Couldn't get it up? That would be fun. Or not. What am I even saying? Let me just hit the button before I say something really dumb that I don't mean.
You know, because I kind of want to be able to have children with Christina.
Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Okay, I did this time for absolute certain.
Man. And the bar out here is not designed the way theirs is. They don't have anything in the way of their legs. This one does. So it makes it a lot harder, honestly, because if you just have a straight up bar, it's honestly easier. You know, it's easier to do the movements because you don't have something, you know, sometimes it gets my kneecaps and it hurts bad. Or, you know, it's all been all sorts of things. I mean, it hurts sometimes. I don't want to go into detail about the other thing that happened the other day, but it was bad and it kind of worried me.
Okay, he smashed his nuts. He smashed his nuts on some bar doing something stupid that bar was not designed for. Damn, why don't we have footage of that? Yeah, there was no way that was getting released. Can you imagine, though?
You know, because I kind of want to be able to have children with Christina. Like, that would be nice. I don't want, like, one of my only forms of happiness to be permanently ruined.
One of my only forms of happiness to be permanently ruined. I will take that as a masturbation reference.
Oh, that would suck. You know, like, but I'm sure Christina would still love me.
Wow. So very lost, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud Zach 1090 is here.
Would you, honey? If I was inoperable, you can.
If I was inoperable, just the giggle is what put that over the top so much. I've got to go back again. Jesus, tits, that's silly.
Things. I mean, it hurts sometimes. I don't want to go into detail about the other thing that happened the other day, but it was bad and it kind of worried me. You know, because I kind of want to be able to have children with Christina. Like, That would be nice. I don't want like one of my only forms of happiness to be permanently ruined. Oh, that would suck. You know, like, but I'm sure Christina would still love me. Would you, honey? If I was inoperable?
Oh, God, that hurt. That was my forehead hitting my desk, everybody, and it's still on my desk. Man, this shit has just been so fucking clippable lately, hasn't it? My damn, just little jewels like that is what keeps me coming back. Holy shit, fuck Batman.
You can let me know. I'm sure you would. But, I mean, like I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. DZ, I'd ask you how the appointment went, but you probably just want to forget it.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Christina knows I'm more of a man than anybody.
Yeah, he fucked up somehow. It got a bar between his legs and screwed up and mashed some nuts.
I'm a hell of a man. I'm a man's man. I'm like James Bond, but real and better. Much better than Daniel Craig, another British.
It's downrange, and indeed, hail Sargon.
Celeb because they're the Illuminati, right? But yeah, you know, I never expected to get the amount of fame that I've already gotten. I'm just barely starting. My fame continues to increase with magnitude, nonstop.
Wait a minute. They let you sit there knowing the whole time that the doctor that you're supposed to see wasn't there? Incompetence meets extreme lazy, perhaps. Fuck me. Oh, God, I'd been pissed.
Times I go out my way to get away from it, obviously. What the hell are they honking at? I've never seen a Greyhound bus just pull up in the middle of nowhere and start honking. Weird as hell. They honking at someone or something.
The Greyhound bus is full of double OA operatives that are there to relieve the ones that are there now. There are 4 more buses scheduled within the next 10 hours.
But, yeah, that's the next world record, my next magic trick that I want to try to break. So, it ain't going to be easy. Don't get it twisted. This one, I really don't know if I can do. But with God,
We're going to go back to this comment from that guy again, read it for the listeners. I will figure out a shorter way to say the same thing. By the next show, I will, I promise. He says, for the listeners, it makes me feel so wonderful knowing that wanking in a 7-Eleven restroom is one of his only forms of happiness. Yeah, God. So, yeah, that's what he admitted to, and I don't know that he did or not. Probably doesn't give a fuck. He walks around in public dressed like Batman. I'm expecting him to care about anything all of a sudden 18 minutes after.
Anything is possible. And see, that's the thing. Y'all are worried about money and material and nonsense and fake accolades, fake leagues. Like, y'all talk about street beefs. Street beefs is a joke and a derivative of what I created.
Yes, indeed, DZ. This is what happens when you lower standards.
Just trying to copy me. I'm the one who invented all that. Literally. They created all those after I came out with mine. I told people the minute that I did my backyard boxing stuff, chirp, 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 chirp.
He sure loves our drones, doesn't he? He certainly does. Over here to my left, we have the mainframe, and I have 12 screens up, and every one of those birds was, in fact, filming you. It's what was up.
The minute I did my backyard boxing, this is the facts, the whole world started trying to come pretend they were boxers. It's like right now, I'm getting in shape. So they try to make videos saying Wiz Khalifa is in shape. Wiz Khalifa is weak. Y'all can do all the training you want, man. All y'all are some scrubs. You look like a stick, and you're weak as hell. You are not me. But that's the problem. The whole world wants to be me. You know what I mean? Like what Tupac said, when Tupac said half the world want to be me, I believe him. I think Tupac.
No one knows who we are, any of us. Everybody knows this is nowhere. It's not just an old Neil Young album anymore. It's exactly what is going on here. You're as anonymous as I am. We got a super ultra micro niche thing going on here. And part of the advantage of it is we can more or less do this in private.
Made a lot of sense. I think he was smart like me. I think he understood the world. That's what the world do. The world is just a bunch of eyes. All they do is just sit there and look.
So are bird drones. They're just a bunch of eyes too. Oh, microphones. I forgot the microphones part.
Looking. You looking.
And their transmitters. I forgot about the transmission part.
Looking with your looking self. Isn't that what y'all say, all y'all ignorant ones in the fake hood? They got cleaned up when I was 16, so there ain't no such thing as a hood or ghetto. That's what they'll do. They'll try to shame you. Oh, you looking. Y'all got a negative connotation for living and breathing, for anything. Anything you do, it's, oh, I'm dissing you. Look at them on YouTube. Every day trying to shame people. Oh, you're walking. Oh, goodness. As if y'all shouldn't be walking and getting a little exercise.
You should not be walking. You probably shouldn't be walking at all. Your spine is that fucked up. And you aren't driving because you don't own any cars anymore. You've lost all of them. Every last one of them. You lost the last ones a couple of years ago. Hell, we talked about it yesterday. Mommy decided she wasn't going to pay for your fucking bullshit that would never run again anyhow, so she just quit paying. And they're gone just like that. Your next car will be the only car that you own, except there will never be another next car because you're Tywee Sneed.
Can you imagine?
No.
Funny as hell. Like, you think the penguin shouldn't be walking? The penguin needs to stop getting rides from the other people, right? You never had a vehicle. They provide it for you. You never bought no car. I bought several and own them. They're in my lot right now. Do you have?
I just went over it. I just went the fuck over it. You are claiming things that literally everybody that watches you knows isn't true. And you insist upon it. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it just pisses me the fuck off. I mean, my God. One of these days, dude, one of these days, somebody's going to walk up to you with a coat hanger and a pair of pliers. Figure it out.
Obviously not. None of these people. I'm not even talking to you right now, Penguin, but you too.
Come on, algorithm. I was joking.
But yeah, Penguin, you a joke. Everybody in the valley a joke. Friend of none of you. Nah, if you're my fan, that's cool, but...
Everybody in the valley a joke. Where are you? You're in the valley. Thank you.
I ain't from here, bro. I'm not about to sit here and play these games with y'all and act like that's what they...
Maybe I shouldn't say thank you too much. I'm getting very, very heavy Jessica Boyle vibes there.
I do, like, they want to hear what I'm saying. You
Who
can hear
wants
every word
that?
I'm saying. And I'm talking right in front of your face. Like, you know what it is. Don't act tough. I ain't from here, bro. I've been to Minneapolis, held my own in the streets of Minneapolis, held it down. Like, I was a boss out there. I was in that.
We have the footage. We have the footage. We have the fucking footage. You enjoyed loitering at family restaurants and you lived in shelters. You got utterly fucking played. Anybody that wasn't extremely mentally ill would have put it together at that point. It's like, wow, I just got cucked. I just got catfished. Boy, am I a fucking idiot.
Actual, like, I had to go to them little overnight shelters out there, bro. Yeah, I would love to see y'all try to do that. I'd love to see you trolls online walk in my shoes for a day.
Fuck no.
I'd love to see that. You know how bad it was in there?
I know how bad your life is every single day, and I can tell you exactly how my life is going to be directly after this show. we are going to go get some wonderful coffee. We're probably going to go to Scooters, which has become a favorite of mine because of their very large sugar-free offerings, and I can get things there blended with ice. That's a good thing. Sugar evil.
Bro, there was stuff happening out of nowhere all
Seriously, if there's a Scooters anywhere near you, do yourself a favor and go. You'll love it.
around me, bro. I ain't worried. That's what I come from. That ain't nothing to me. The real ones, the real gangsters, like the real thugs, the real street dudes that really about it, they don't give me no trouble. 9 times out of 10, man. And if I have a problem, they still end up respecting me and we get along. I've seen big dudes, bro.
What you just said is you back down. That's exactly what you said. Please say goodbye to the 4-leaf shamrock. We're going to put up the pit boss again. Oh man, I don't know how advisable this is for me at this point, but by God, I'm going to keep pursuing it.
Bro, like big scary dudes. I've seen it in Austin. I've seen big dudes end up going through something and it basically like breaks them. That's what y'all don't get. And these were older men when I was younger, grown men. I've beefed with grown men my whole life. I've had back and forth. I stood up to people. I got into the real thing. I don't know what y'all talking about, who you think you're talking to. I've made it through everything, and I was never no coward. Okay?
Reality don't exist,
I
dog.
say how I feel. I'm me. I'm on a different level, bro. People can think what they want. So I'm saying, all them gang stalking games.
Oh, you bet, Ledge View. This dude here is totally devoid of anything that would be considered intelligence.
Yeah, we ain't going for none of that, bro. Feel me? Like I said, just cowardly, man. They very convenient about what they do. Y'all wasn't doing that in Austin. No, when I was moving freely in Austin and didn't care.
Oh, that'd be
y'all
great.
Wasn't acting like that. See, it's convenience. Yeah, they try to fake it and play when they know that.
I got bombed just a little bit in the comments. I'm about 3 minutes behind them, but they're all going up. Yes, she is the worst. Absolutely ruined Cobes. Ruined him.
That you good and you made it through everything. Right. What you want to do is you want to take my freedom. I would never play that game with none of you.
Oh, God, nobody's having any luck with appointments in offices today. Jesus.
Oh, some suckers. You serious? Yeah, you can't outsmart me, bro. I'm not them other dudes that's sitting in prison forever with nothing to lose, nothing going for them, and no power in the real world. That's right. I'm a real one. Yeah, I'm a walk.
He actually has excuses, but they're so stupid I just don't bother to remember any of them. Does anybody know those excuses that he uses for not driving?
Fucking miracle, bro. Y'all so lucky to hear me. I'm a jewel. I know it all because I lived it.
I know he says, well, I'm walking. I'm so still, I'm walking.
See what I'm saying? And I'm only 35. I'm still pretty young.
It's over.
So that's my deal. That's why I can't stand people like that, because it's like, you don't want me to have a future?
No.
So because I'm a gangster, because I'm tough and I'm a man, and I hold myself as a man, so I'm a lion that don't back down to nobody and nothing. I don't care where I'm at. And I get the best.
You're a meek little boy that stares at his shoes when he's in the company of anybody.
Everybody, and I win. See, I don't just talk. I win. Like, nah, people know about me. They know who I am.
All you do is talk and lose.
You feel me? So,
no.
Like, nah, ain't nothing fake over here, bro. Everybody know about me. So, like I said, because of that, I'm not supposed to have a future? Oh, boy, y'all better get out my face.
You don't have a future because you're you. What the fuck else can I tell you, dude? You don't have a future simply because you're you. Say goodbye to the pit boss. Smoke him if you got him. Ends for just for right now. Meanwhile, there it is. Yes, indeed. We are Red Triangle affiliated. Take it to the bank there, Tywee. Negative 43 TV, 29 minutes after the hour.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to have a beautiful future with Christina, and I'm going to be the same gangster. Yep. I'm going to be the same gangster and treat Christina the way she deserves to be treated. like my princess, because that's what she is, because I'm a good man and I have a good heart. And I'm nothing but amazing to everyone.
No, I missed that one, RTS. It was in a recent stream. I may have to hunt that one down. And by the way, I got, a little comment bombed again, and it's a great thing. Keep doing it. Only 2 minutes behind, though. We're just about there.
And ultra caring. And she knows that. Why do you think she trusts me so much? Because she knows who I am. Just a normal guy, man. I mean,
his favorite excuse, this one comes from DZ. I'm all carred out.
all been the same kid out my entire life. I'm just grown in a grown man's body, but I'm the same good, innocent person. But I just don't back down.
Yeah, dentist appointments are a good thing to get a break from. That's for damn sure.
And I'm just going to be the man that my father raised. You know what I mean? When it comes to standing on business and standing up to the oppressor and the evil people. Nobody's oppressed me. I didn't put up with it. That's why y'all are mad. Every word you say is just...
Time for a new sponsor. This portion of our show is brought to you by Sprouting Roots.
Like oppression. Yeah, I don't get oppressed. So y'all can go ahead and miss me with that and get up out my face. Thank you. Keep it walking. Keep it shaking. This is America. If you don't like America, hey, why are you in this country? Straight up. Anybody. I don't care who you are. They do the same thing down here in the valley. They've tried that for years. Can't even go and eat a meal without them sitting there hating, and they can't even contain their hatred and making up lies and nonsense.
It's you. Pardon me. It's you. All right. It's you.
Nonsense and whining about stuff that's irrelevant. And like, dude, I don't care what any of y'all think, bro. Like, nah, just say what it really is. Y'all see things with a jaded perspective and a jaded lens. You act like people ain't human beings. People go through things, man. Everybody, you gotta mind your business. Number one, I'm from the country. That's a given, right? That's understood. There's another honk from the highway. They must know I'm Batman.
That is exactly what he's saying, Red Pill. And I know I've brought this up before. I haven't brought it up in a while, though. I don't believe there's an underlying homoerotic current to this whole thing. There is. Whoever Christina is, we have a pretty good idea. Maybe it's just time to come busting out of that closet.
So I'm an all-out celebrity, and I'm real.
Because you just know through text, Christina's helped this dude drain one. And it's happened a lot.
People like me because I'm real. They see me, they know I'm real. I'm not fake. I carry with me everything I've been through. I wear it like a badge of honor. That's why I'm Batman. I'm Batman. So like I said, at the end of the day, Batman is going to focus all efforts, all focus on breaking that other world record for muscle ups now. And muscle ups ain't easy, bro. Muscle ups is one of the hardest exercises. I think lifts are technically a little harder, a little more difficult.
Both of which are completely inappropriate for you.
Honestly. Takes more skill. But muscle ups, if you're tall, they're an incredible sign of strength. If you can do muscle ups, you're strong as hell. But Zhao Ling looks like he weighs...
Indeed, DZ said it. I'm going to read it for the listeners. Dozens, if not hundreds of hours invested into essentially dating a mentally ill man online. Absolutely. Absolutely. The humor in it is pretty much shot. Whatever humor there is, it's generally overlaid by somebody else.
60 pounds, soaking wet. I'm not impressed, Zhao Ling. All right? Go make your toys and be quiet. For real! He went there! Batman took it there, he said it! Zhao Ling, I don't know if you'll be able to see me.
Who in the fuck is Chow Ling? It's just a rotating cast of people that he has just heard of that he immediately hates on because they have something that he doesn't have, which is name it.
Oh, for real. Oh. Oh, I said
Eddie Guerrero, everybody, and yes, Christina's coming with $50 to $60 million. What? Yeah, it's the settlement is endless, and it is probably may well be the last thing left that's funny about Christina. Feeding him these ridiculous numbers, and he doesn't question it. But why would that surprise me? Remember, Christina used to be a 50-year-old black woman with a 22-year-old daughter that had just had a miscarriage, went away for about a month, and came back as a 33-year-old white girl from Minneapolis. He didn't even question it. Didn't even bat an eye. Oh, this is Christina. Oh, okay. He didn't even bother to say, well, gee, you look different.
it. You can't see me, Zhao Ling. No, literally. You can't see me. What? Oh, boy, stop it.
He is the current pull-up record holder in a couple of different disciplines, I believe.
Oh, my goodness, y'all funny.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's who he's going off about. Very good.
I love it. I'm not these other YouTubers. Would you like Peppy back? Would I like what? Would you like Peppy back? For your grocery? Would you like Peppy back? I would love a paper bag. Thank you. For real. Oh, I love it. Say it, for real. For real. Buns Dot can't even go to the corner store in Benton Harbor, Michigan.
It almost looks like the top part of a jumpsuit. You remember those things? Those were popular for about 10 minutes.
Michigan. Buns Dot, the human mop. Oh, for real. I made the whole jingling for the commercial. Buns Dot, the human mop. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
Ah, yes, riffing on a dead man. What a way to go. God. I'd take another screenshot, but my desktop is so fucking covered at this point.
Oh, yes. Buns Dot, he's the human mop. Oh, gosh, they got to put you in the commercial. Grab talk, why get a mop when you can get a Buns Dot? Buns Dot, human mop. Oh, they gonna sell. Them mops will sell. Boy.
He looks absolutely ridiculous, and he's walking somewhat like the Minister of Silly Walks.
To start cloning that Buns Dot. He's a human mop. He runs his mouth.
I made that joke a show or two ago, but I bring it back up because it's getting bad. The limp is pretty much permanent at this point.
Oh, man. So that other guy shows up. That guy's got your number. He trying to play it off like he tough still. He tries to rewrite all the history. He said, yeah. Buns Dot said, yeah, I said I was done fighting. You know what that means. No, that means that you're coward. It means
good old stick up the ass analogy does work too. DZ said, reading it for the listeners, of course, I've got to figure out another way to say that. He walks as if there's a broom handle 10 inches up his bum, dog.
Exactly what you said and what it means, that you're done fighting because, I mean, you never knew how in the first place. What were you trying to do in that gas? There's another honk. What were you trying to do in that gas station? Were you trying to grapple? I mean, come on, bro. You're doing wrestling competitions with men in your local gas station, your local corner store. Can't even afford a fancy cap. You're so hypocritical. You said that you want to jump on a track with Tyree Sneak.
You can't afford a fancy cap either. Shut your fucking mouth.
Musically, when you're not really talented, and then you turn around and say, "What the hell?" Pretending because your own people.
When Monty Python hit in my humble hometown, which was about 1974, it hit right before Saturday Night started on NBC. It was just a revelation. My friend Tim, that was his name, still is his name, turned me on to Monty Python's Flying Circus and National Lampoon, both of which had a pretty big hand in shaping my sense of humor. I'd like to thank him for that.
Are repping my video saying Batman has spoken. Like, Why you still mad? He's still jealous. That boy's still jealous. He's still jealous of Steez. Oh my goodness, bro. Steez can't even defend himself because of you. And he's still jealous of Steez and jealous of me. He's jealous of everybody. Y'all fools on YouTube really
Yes, there are those who call him Tim.
think that you can win something. There's no competition. You lost. You lost through and through. Look at you. Look at you. Look at Tone's face. Yeah, 3 police reports put on him by a troll named Cyber. And then the girlfriend got a fake restraining, not fake, real one, restraining order placed on her. That's well needed, obviously, and well earned and deserved because she goes around the internet bothering folks. Right? Isn't that everything you tried to project? I'm not you. What? That's what they do. They get in a group and start trying to target people. They in my chat.
Yeah, that is amazing, RTS.
Talking about, yeah, like I'm being targeted. What? There's nothing new. Y'all been doing the same thing forever. How are you targeting me?
I am looking for a nice white flat cap like Ben Hogan used to wear, mega old school. That's what I'm looking for right now.
If you're not able to, you have no power. You're nobody.
The only time I wear a hat, well, there are 2 times I wear a hat. Bad hair day and on the golf course because I have a bald spot on my head about the size of a retro Volkswagen hubcap. I better to keep that covered up.
You're not doing anything. Like, you're trying to cause anxiety. I don't play like that. Feel me? That's some corny nonsense. So, like I said, at the end of the day, just a bunch of cowards, man. In reality, ain't none of them nobody. Buns dot.
That guy is simply online. Buns dot. Steez. Yeah, he's jealous of a dead man. That's just... Well, I don't know. There's no explaining him. As always, that guy is on fire. Got to read it for you lurkers out there. Nah, dog, I get all my caps custom made by small Chinese children for like $1.50.
The human mop said it's a Buns dot. The human mop. You can buy the human mop at $59.99 with discount. Oh, for real. Oh, I love it. I love it. The other fool over there, right, that did all that malicious stuff, obviously, right? He's saying he's almost out of money already. I believe that. How the hell? They said he got over $500,000. You got over $500,000? I told you, for some people, money is their karma. He got $500,000.
For some people, money is their karma. Boy, that just jumped right out at me because apparently it's true, Tywee, isn't it? Man, your projection, you don't even know you're projecting at this point.
And he's already almost through it. I believe that. Yeah, because y'all ain't never had nothing. So when you never had money, isn't that why you said he don't look like no millionaire? Boy, I look exactly like a millionaire. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed to date, still in equity, right? I got set up.
Again, there has never been a trillionaire in the history of Earth.
Been targeted for having too much money, too many cars and everything. I didn't lose anything. I liquidated, sold assets, equity, kept making money, kept winning. Didn't lose nothing, took no losses. So what are you talking about? Like, see, that's the thing. They want to keep running their mouth trying to tell my story and tell it wrong. Nah, bro. My story, I have no L's in it.
I got to read this one. I absolutely have to read this one. But first of all, thank you so much, Dutchie, for the super sticker. I enjoy that. I really do. I never get super stickers. So thank you very, very much. Very much. So, DZ, I have to read this for the listeners because it's utterly amazing. He says, I ordered my mom a Raspberry Pi 5 desktop setup the other night. It's a whole ass PC built into a little white keyboard. Going to use it on her TV for shows and movies. It was like $137 shipped. Is there anybody else here that remembers when flat screen TVs were anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000? I do.
My story is 100% fact.
How about $1,000 VCRs? I remember those.
Nobody's ever argued reality. Reality can't be argued. It just is what it is. Now be quiet.
To my knowledge, the bottom line would be no.
We ain't hearing nothing y'all talking about. I know they, man. Fun's not the human mind. Fun's not. Oh, man. It's hilarious, bro. But yeah, like I said, no, this is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing, and I have a job doing what I enjoy. And I get to talk as much smack as I want for career. I get paid to talk grimy, to talk greasy. That's right. Here I am talking greasy. What are you going to do about it? Any of you?
Laugh at you. That's what we're going to do. Talking greasy. Hey, you're not talking greasy. Who the fuck do you think you're fooling? Seriously, who the fuck do you think you're fooling?
Yes, and I'm a grown white man. Yes, and I made it out of the hood. That's right. I made it out of the hood day one. You people call it crazy. That's what they do when you made it already.
It's just astonishing how cheap electronics are becoming in general, unless of course you're talking about phones. Because of course.
They lied, they stalked, they did everything. Then when you completely make it and defeat them, right, and the lies don't work.
For certain.
Now, oh, he's
certain.
Crazy. Oh.
Yep, the patience game is what is necessary, and all you need to look at are VCRs and flat screen TVs, and now certain types of home computing. Yeah, man, it's getting downright affordable for some people.
I'm not crazy. I'm saying it in my right mind. All y'all crazy. That's why you get a crazy check. But keep saying I'm crazy. I'm all good with that. I don't know why they think I'm scared of that. I wish I was crazy, man. Like, I really do. Like, I want you to keep saying that, because if you keep doing that, I mean, common sense, they might believe it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, no, I wish that, I was in y'all's position. Really. It'd be a lot easier, right? But I'm not. I have to do everything on my own. You know what I mean? I mean, that's like talking about anything else. I mean, like, I've never really applied for none of those things, ever. Like, I mean, think about it, what I went through with that truck. I should 100% qualify for disability. That's what I should be getting, but I never applied. Maybe I will.
Yeah, Dick Tracy really did predict the future, even what with Dick Tracy's watch with a TV on it and a little aerial that came out of the top of it. Seemed fantastic back then. It's here.
At some point, because I have a real argument with that. You know what I mean? That's like totally legit. But I mean,
he claims to be from the hood of Trailside Drive. I've already shoved that one up his ass.
You just see
most exclusive suburb in the state of Texas, and may still be the most expensive suburb in the whole of the United States.
That I'm not weak. I'm built differently than most people. Like, whatever I go through, I don't have a choice, and I just bounce back. Like I said, they should have given me a settlement.
Yeah, with permission, I may do that sometime. We'll put it on 51.5 FM, and I can do my DJ thing with music for once.
They didn't give me nothing, so I got to probably take that attorney to court, the one that operates all through San Antonio and here, right? That tries to act like he's a law giant. Yeah, he's fake as hell. He didn't do nothing. They didn't even explain to me what loophole or nuance they were claiming when they stopped taking my case. I had a full legit case. What
nuance or loophole they were claiming? Never heard it before in my life. Never heard it put that way. Probably because, sorry, let's go.
Still do. I think the driver was an illegal from Mexico. So I smell corruption, coach. Yeah, I think y'all are trying to cover it up. And I think it might have been an active you-know-what on me and a targeted you-know-what. Yep. And I think who was talking on the headphones may have had everything to do it, and it was intentional. And it's going to be investigated, and it's going to come out in federal court. So good luck, because if that lawyer that operates in San Antonio and here or whatever, if he gets exposed that he listened to these people and was contacted by the Red Triangles whatsoever, he'll lose his job. He'll lose his law license, all that.
He's a lawyer for the Red Triangles. How is he going to lose his job?
And he'll go to prison.
Nobody's going the fuck to prison. That we're all sick of that. The humor's out of that one. There's no more riffs that I have relative to you claiming that we're going to prison because we're teasing you. Holy God, I tell you to get a grip, but as far as getting a grip goes, they cut off your hands years ago.
And I'm guessing that's probably what's going to happen. Oh, 100%.
Ooh-wah, Eddie. Ooh-wah. Everybody. Ooh-wah.
I ain't scared of none of you, man. All y'all are corrupt. No, I'm telling you reality of what y'all have done. It don't make no sense, bro. Anyone else would have received a settlement. Anyone. I'm tired of being targeted and treated unfairly. Your society is a joke. See, they had just given me money.
And speaking of which, that is our Iron Shield badge. It's a special award.
Deserved. They didn't give me nothing. I mean, that's insane. I ain't never heard of that. Like, the dude was completely at fault.
And this is the personal badge that all OOA agents carry. And this is for the OOA Broadcasters Association. That exists as well. So, hey, they all mean something. And they're all out to get you. For real. Everything you ever thought about us is true.
I'm lucky that I even walked away and I'm still here breathing and walking and talking. And I get nothing? Like, what? It was a truck and me, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, hell no. Hold up.
Hold up. Good Lord in heaven, we're almost done here.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm built for it tough, man. I'm going through it with one of my teeth right now, too, on one side. Bad. Hurts like hell. And that's what I'm saying.
Let's go back and hear that again. He's complaining about his teeth, and no doubt it's on the right side. He's been very swollen there, but let's hear it again because I love to hear that he's in extreme pain.
Money I deserved. They didn't give me nothing. I mean, that's insane. I ain't never heard of that.
It'll come up.
Like, the dude was completely at fault. I'm lucky that I even walked away and I'm still here breathing and walking and talking. And I get nothing? Like, what? It was a truck and me, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, hell no. Hold up.
And there I took it all the way back through the holdup, but the good thing is we know it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm built for it tough, man. I'm going through it with one of my teeth right now, too, on one side. Bad. Hurts like hell. And that's what I'm saying. I just grit through all the pain. That's why these people are really mad, because they like, how does he just keep on, enduring through everything?
Because you're insane. That's why you're insane. I need to look that up. I wonder if high pain tolerance has something to do with schizophrenia. I'm just wondering, but he no doubt he needs he's having root canal pains. He's having no fucking shit pains. The kind of pains that would put a normal person probably on their knees. And I hope it suffers. He suffers. I hope it spreads.
It's really not even that hard for me. I'm just built for it tough, man. That's what y'all don't get. Y'all used to having all those things. I don't need anything. I don't need extra stuff. I don't need no help. I don't need nothing. I just tough it out through everything. I cowboy up. And that's the answer, because I end up in a much better position than all of you. I live better than all y'all every day. You all are well aware of that. That's why you're upset. You're upset because I'm classy. High class. Right? Talk about a status quo. Status quo is I've been better off than y'all since day one. I just got issues and problems. That just comes from time, and it is what it is.
All right, I just looked it up, and this is most interesting. Unfortunately, this is an AI overview of Destroy AI, Destroy Robotics. That's where I'm coming from anyway. It says this: research on schizophrenia and pain perception has yielded conflicting results, with some studies suggesting that increased sensitivity to acute pain, which means of recent onset, it does not mean chronic, and decreased sensitivity to prolonged pain or chronic pain. That may explain why he appears to be tolerating what has to be mind-crushing dental pain so well.
You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. Part of life. But yeah, like I said.
Oh, and it finishes by saying others indicate decreased pain sensitivity overall. Interesting. I think his broken brain may have something to do with this. I got comment bombed while I was doing this. I'm going to go all the way down the bottom, start over. Sorry if your comment didn't make the screen.
I want to focus on this new world record if I can. I'm trying to take a break because I've been going too hard. I've been doing too much. I'm exhausted, man. I know I'm depleted because God told me, God talks to me.
And say hello to Lobster. He says, Rich, he complains about how bad mosquito bites hurt. Yeah, that would be increased sensitivity to acute pain. That would fit that perfectly. Acute meaning recent onset. A lot of people think it means chronic pain, and it doesn't. Acute means of recent onset, and that's all that means. But yeah, that fits with that idea very well, Lobster.
It sends me messages constantly, synchronicity, signs, everything. And it just said you're depleted. I mean, I can feel it. I do too much, man. Being Batman ain't easy. It takes a lot, bro. A whole lot. So, but it's also got me way more active. It's got me extremely.
Yeah, I used to be a pain-motivated dental patient, and I learned. Oh boy, did I learn. I spent Christmas Eve 1989 literally on my knees crying in my kitchen.
Strong. It just got me where.
Thank God Sears Dental was open at 8 o'clock Saturday, which also happened to be Christmas Eve. I went in there and got a root canal on Christmas Eve, and I've had several, and that was by far the best one I ever had. Guy was just brilliant. Painless.
Right, physically. I still go through what I go through. What happened when y'all made your phone calls to see in the hospital?
That could very well be, DZ. That could very well be.
One of the things of many, your litany of crimes. But
let us exclaim the mystery of Rotmouth.
But still, the point is, how do I put it? Hold on.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Baby Gangsta Dick, world's most diabolical corrupt. He's here late, but he is here. And there's always hope because you can go back and watch this over and over again, which is something that I recommend to literally everyone here at Negative 43 TV.
I mean, I'm still in amazing physical shape, which everybody can see. It's very obvious, right?
Dental coverage tends to suck. Like $1,500 a year dental. We call that nothing.
So, and I'm trying to sprinkle some running in there too. As you can see, I think my 40-yard dash time would be quick as hell, man. If we could actually like measure the distance for a 40 or do it on the track and get it timed. So that'll be another thing Christina and I'll do.
That's, yeah, you know, these mouth infections that he has, Red Pill's right. Apparently it could cause blood poisoning, and yet somehow, some way, it hasn't. I'm just flabbergasted is a very good word for it.
Hey, honey, that's a couples content video. We could do that together. You could help me time a 40-yard dash on a track somewhere. That would be fun. See how fast I am. And then I got to work.
Now, the eye insurance that we have has been pretty good up to this year. And it's still good insofar as it goes. The only difference is instead of a pair of glasses every year, now it's a pair of glasses every 2 years. I'm not a big fan, but at the same time, I just had my eyes checked about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and they have barely changed. They've barely changed in years, to be honest.
To get faster. Batman's got to be fast. And you don't got to be that fast, but I want to be fast. I want to be fast, quick, and the strongest ever. I mean, you do have to be fast. You have to basically, like, the point is, what you really want is to get, like, the Flash. I got to get a lot faster, even. I'm trying to push myself because that's what it's going to take, quickness and speed. That's what it's all about. That's the name of the game. It's not size. It's not how big and strong you are and bulky. It's speed. If you're like the Flash.
But you have no speed. I reviewed your boxing matches here recently. You have no speed. Yeah, you might have a little better speed now because, well, you were dealing with 1 pound gloves and you're, well, maybe a little bit stronger than you were back then. But then again, your muscles are all fucked up.
And you can move around quickly, which is what I'm going to have to do because everything is gorilla, you know what? That's how we move, straight up. So with me, when I'm in the streets and I'm in these major cities and coming across real criminals and thugs, gangsters in the street, whatever it may be, street people, street dudes, anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, right? Corruption, whatever I come up against, like gangs, whatever, man. I got to be able to hold my own.
I'm just wondering, really, at this point, whether the diabetes will get him or the melanoma will get him. And that is not offered in any way humorously.
And part of that,
we believe in Carbe here on Negative 43 TV,
is the speed, being able to move quick enough and move around and create angles. And that's what Batman does. If you pay attention, Batman is quick, and then he uses the darkness as an element. You understand? So it's like everything I do, I move off faith. So it's like I'm sure I'm going to be basically like nocturnal, where I can see in the dark better than most people. And I could probably get lenses that help me see even better. So that's the point. Like I'll be using that to my advantage if possible, and just the quickness. And then I'm just popping out of nowhere. 1 minute I'm over here, next minute I'm flying above you on the other side.
I'll leave those jokes to that guy. He's not afraid.
That's the point of it. Like I'm really going to make it a reality. That's what people don't get. The movements, that's why I focus on the footwork so much. And you see the quickness, the hand speed is already quicker than anything the world's ever seen. Don't worry about the videos just getting thousands of views. That's small, nothing. That means nothing. That's just a little bit of money.
Your videos are being repressed, and they're being repressed by YouTube at the order of the AAA, which is at the order of the federal government. It's all the more specific I'm going to be about it.
But what matters is the point that I'm proving. That last video that did over 1.1 thousand or more, I'm sure it did more by now. Bro, that video, my hands are moving so quick, even I was like, wow, it's beyond human perception. I mean, it looks like the Matrix. Y'all think the camera's probably sped up. The camera's normal speed. It's not shutter speed or anything. It's totally normal. I'm just moving that fast. I'm moving so fast, they've never seen anything like it. You never seen nobody go into a boxing match that moves like Neo in the Matrix. The world has never seen the talent I have to offer. That's why I know my worth. I'm worth trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars. So I would never sell myself at all or market myself for anything less. I'm not a product. I'm a human being, and I need to be compensated and paid what I'm worth. You understand? That's the point. How do you think I'm Batman? Why do you think I'm so confident I know I can do this? Because you could put me in any major city. I've already held my own and ran the streets. So if you put me in a bat suit that's bulletproof and proof for everything, and I'm me, yeah, I'm unstoppable. I know that I have it in me to really do the real thing. So, like, that's my point. I have to be.
I hope you enjoyed your Freedom Lobster, and don't drive too hard.
Extremely well trained, and I'm always moving now. Like, I enjoy the movement. It's pretty cool, honestly, to be built like this. I've got to be in the best shape of my life, and it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I don't know what my strategy would be, but it seems to me you would have to. First of all you would have to do is stay away from him for like 30 seconds until he gasses out, and then you can, power bomb him. That would be a lot of fun. Slam him down on the pavement. That would be excellent. Or just walk right through whatever he's throwing because it has no power whatsoever. I mean, covering the jaw area, of course, you don't want to be a victim of a lucky punch. Just walk right through it and wrap your hands around his neck. I'm kidding, algorithm.
You start enjoying moving a little more. Even though, I want to break. Yesterday I was just telling myself, I'm like, I can't even do this anymore, man. I'm tired. So I think I've finally gotten to that point where I'm exhausted, I'm worn out. So that means God is probably about to deliver. And they said that I was getting blessings, that I was going to see signs like the actual thing come.
No, that means that the day is coming very soon where you are just going to collapse out of nowhere while aimlessly walking down the sidewalk. It could be one of many causes that would make that happen. It's going to happen, buddy.
Coming real soon. Said like 24 hours,
No.
one of them, I don't know, but we'll see. But I just got to make sure the strength is there. And I'm doing a lot of these lifts and stuff because I want to be able to climb and scale buildings. That's what people don't get. I'm going to be able to hang off of buildings like that, literally.
But I believe if he was really approached on camera with somebody that was ready to kick his ass, I believe he would go all Charlie Zelenoff. He would, I think.
I can pick my whole body up in the air vertically while I'm on a building, holding on to the building. Like, y'all don't get.
Yeah, he likes fucking with senior citizens too. I'd love that. I'd love that.
It, bro. This stuff takes courage. You understand? But see, that's the thing. When you're Batman, I can have like a harness kind of and stuff. I can have it all connected to my belt. So like I would have ways to still protect myself. And I got to invent the grappling thing in case I'm falling, where I can just, you know, do what I need to do and be able to latch onto something so that I don't keep.
Oh, geez, Lobster. I'm sorry to hear that. I was hoping it was more of an Uber situation. Oh, man, I do. I hate to hear that.
Falling, and I can at least swing to the next destination and try to grab it or whatever. It ain't gonna be easy. Y'all think this stuff is easy? Ain't nobody ever done none of it. I'm doing the real thing. It takes genius. I mean.
Well, Lobster, you know we're all here for you, and we're all here for your relatives. You got prayers up, no doubt. Oh,
whether it's whatever it is, and then swing, and then, I mean, you're gonna have to either disconnect or catch yourself. Like, it's a whole process, bro. It has to be made correctly. I think that's how it's gonna have to be, though. Too, it's gonna have to really, and it's gonna have to be like things that can really attach, which like a lot of that stuff you can order and stuff.
And it's Boo Earns here super late, but here, and again, you can always watch it over and over and over again. And he says, read it for the listeners, maybe he can use it to latch onto a job.
I don't right now, but I mean, I can, you know, but y'all don't get it, man. I'm trying to do the full effect, the real thing. You know what I mean? And then they got all those things, bro. You know what I mean? Like, all those are elements.
Yeah, he's beyond cure. His mom, I understand it every bit as bad as he was, but again, she had that moment of clarity and did what she needed to do, and she's doing very well.
So that,
living on her own and everything.
It didn't tell me to play around about it or make it cute for society. It told me to go ahead and show y'all the real thing and what I am. So to an extent, I want to be smart about how I do it, but it's going to be interesting. When I get up to New York,
on top of everything else, he's got oppositional defiance disorder too.
Y'all don't get. I'm going to be probably, I mean, if you can ID me, maybe, or I ID myself, but I'm going to be so quick and so strong and so efficient. I'm going to be a living nightmare. Like, people are going to really, like, I'm a legend. Like, people are going to really talk about me. And so that's the thing. Like, we're going to have
people already are talking about you. You can bet all those people that are honking at you that aren't red triangles, and there are very few of them, are going home with the, oh my God, you won't believe what I saw today's story.
Funny, so I'm going to be able to always get out of where I'm at real quick and be able to hop in my Batmobile, motorcycle, Batpod, whatever I need. That's what y'all don't get. Like, I'm going to be the untouchable legend for real. Yeah. Ain't nobody faking nothing, bro. Y'all is fake. I'm real as it get. I got the power to get Putin in line. I'm the only one in the world. I'm the only one in the world who can G-check the hell out of Putin and let him know what it really is.
He's G-checking Putin. G-checking Putin. I mean, we know that he's this fucking insane. But for some reason, that statement actually managed to shock me just a little bit. And we're almost there, kids. We got about 2 or 3 minutes left before we get to the end.
And tell him to be quiet and quit issuing illegal statements toward my country. You understand? Putin ain't nothing. Y'all will talk about KGB. That don't mean nothing.
You'd shit your pants the same way any of us here would if confronted with the KGB. They're not playing.
That means he's soft. That means he thinks that he's about something.
It means he's a trained killer and may well have killed with his bare hands. That's what it means.
It's not about nothing. None of those programs have done anything. They're not efficient. But y'all are funny as hell, bro. Y'all think that all these things work. You always want to say and give credit to something that I've already proven I'm better than. How about just giving credit where it's due? How about you grow up?
Oh, I hope so, Lobster.
Huh? Yeah, no. KGB, they're not built like me, man. Military's not built like me. There's nobody with the training that comes close to my level. So
I would like to remind you of a quote fairly recently. If somebody confronted him, he said, and I quote, "I just hold Christina's hand and we just turn around and walk away." He's a complete cunt, but he uses the excuse of not getting any felonies because he wants to wear his bulletproof vest, yo.
you need to get real and accept that.
Talk about being here super late at Shekels McJewerson. We know him better as Skip. You need to go back when we are done and watch this show. For the big happening today was one of our OOA drones flew too close to Tyree Sneed, and it was on camera. There was a huge mistake, yet it was a wonderful moment here in Sneedville. So again, the big story out of this one is the drone sighting. So very, very good.
And that's about it. So like I said, we're going to try to break this new world record, or not new, but this other world record. Other than that, just stay focused and keep being Batman and doing me, man. I love my life. It's beautiful, man. I love being me. I love being Batman. I was born to do this. So that's all I focus on till Christina gets here, and then things will get easier, man. I love you, honey. I'm praying for you, and you're always on my mind. So,
And I think he's done, and he is done. That was Tyree Sneed, is the most successful CEO and proves he builds $1 million businesses easily. You're on Negative 43 TV, and that is all that I have for you on this Wednesday now evening. Where I am, as always, I'd like to thank you so very much for spending some of your Wednesday with us here at Negative 43 TV. You bastard! All right, you fuck. Let's go back and catch that. I didn't hear it. Maybe it was another white power moment, huh, kids? All right, we're just drifting along. It's almost here. It's almost time. Me, you, and I, we just need each other. That's I delayed the ending for that. Oh, what the hell? He might have said something that would have been worth listening to. DZ, I will get with you on Discord here in a few days, and we will discuss that meetup. You're Deebs over there, correct? I believe you're Deebs. Oh, God, I hope you're Deebs. So let's see, programming note, of course. There is always a programming note. You know that much. I'll be back again tomorrow, probably about the same time. Had to get the watch hours up for the month. I was lagging a little bit on that, primarily because I've been trying to take Tywee in more measured doses lately so that I simply don't burn out. And that was becoming a problem here over the last couple of weeks. I seem refreshed, as Lily Von Stupp once put it. So we'll be back here again tomorrow afternoons, 2, 3 o'clock, Sneedville time. Somewhere in that area, you'll just have to look at your notifications. Hopefully, you'll actually get one. But man, once again, we did it. It was just a wonderful party, but you know what I'm going to say, so you may as well say it with me. It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. I'm Richbartone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.
And now, Negative 43 TV KUNT ends another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Baritone Media, LLC, with corporate offices located at One Cross Tower in downtown Sneedville. Negative 43 TV studios are located at 6969 Dead Daddy Drive in Sneedville. Negative 43 TV operates at a power of 200 hamster wheels, turning at exactly 61 revolutions per minute. On behalf of Rich and Marie Baritone, Old Betsy the Computer, Pete the Destroyer of Bud, and the rest of us here at Negative 43 TV, I'm Cleveland Steamer. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And now, High Flight.
Slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.